with a target, and I got you in the crosshair like Scarlet. Move like a boss, let it rain on a poncho. Tell them let's ride, then we slide in the Bronco. This what we doing, yeah, you know where the mood at. Sames come marching, ain't gotta ask who that. Move back, tell them let's move.
It's Wednesday night. You already know what that means.
Yes, sir.
It's time for the best in the West. It's time for the S4UWrestling podcast, episode 53, Tribute and the Rings. I am the OTC Trail. That is the main event himself, Jay Watt.
Keep
John, how we feeling, man? How we feeling?
feeling good on a Wednesday night. It feels good to be alive on a Wednesday night on S4UWrestling.
I see what you did there. Shout out to Uncle Phil, the good
That's
Phil.
right. That's right.
No, it's been a crazy weekend that we had this past weekend on Indigenous Holiday Weekend.
Yeah.
There's so much to dive into. So let's start off with a little SmackDown recap because there was some news, some buzz coming out of SmackDown that I was not expecting, but I'm kind of glad it did. And let's pretty much start off basically the end of the show where we had an amazing street fight, no holds barred, anything goes. Aleister Black, Damian Priest, dog, they beat the hell out of each other. They went to war. But something happened, John, at the end of that match that I did not see coming. I actually was thinking about this for the past couple of years. How come they never did anything together? Selena Vega has aligned herself officially with her actual real-life husband, Aleister Black,
Yes.
to close out SmackDown. Her Boricua brethren, Damian Priest. So how do you feel about Zelina finally having this alliance with her real-life husband, and what does this mean for the future of Aleister Black and Zelina?
I think it's good. It's good for business. I mean, I think we've been wanting to see these two partner up for a long time. I guarantee they've came across a lot of ideas throughout the years as husband and wife, or probably even if they were just dating. But this is now the time. Obviously, she left WWE. He left, and then she left. He went to AEW. She laid low for a minute, did their streaming, and then came back. And now they're both back. She came back first with Legato, then LWO. Now she's on her own, back on her own. But this one is going to be the one because clearly we know that we haven't seen this side of Selena Vega. We've seen the vindictive side of her. We've seen the fun side of her. We've seen the cheery side of her. Now we're going to really see the dark side of her. And clearly her and Aleister Black are definitely going to be a devious tandem. And I'm looking forward to see what they have in store for Friday nights.
Yeah, man, because I mean, do you see a stable forming with these two? And if you do, who do you see in it? Do you actually see eventually Buddy Murphy coming over to this side of the fence whenever his contract's up, or do you see some new people joining these two because they're so good already and they haven't even said a word yet officially together? But I'm excited to see what happens. I mean, could we see a new formation of the House of Black or a reboot of the House of Black?
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to seeing maybe Buddy Murphy head back to WWE probably. Look, the dream for me is to see Brody King and Aleister Black reunite. And hopefully that happens. And then add Selena Vega in there as an upgrade over what Julia Hart was in AEW, and obviously she will bring more character. She'll definitely bring more wit, more skills when it comes to cutting these promos. because I think she's gonna get real devious in her bag now, knowing that they're putting her with her husband. Just I'm seeing the hints of it where she looking like she was confused, but she had a little sadistic little look like
Mm-hmm.
got you, mother.
Uh-huh. Yeah, exactly. And it's like I'm anxious because this is gonna be a character development for Zelina Vega. She's always been the mouthpiece for the likes of Andrade, the LWO. She's always this happy-go-lucky, spicy Latina. Now it's like she came out, hair is all black. She's already like done like the darkness aspect of her. So it's like ain't no telling, like you said earlier, what they got cooking. And now that they're officially together, the sky's the limit. I mean, we've been talking about this for the past couple of days. I mean, I see maybe Damien joining this group. I mean, it's
Mhm.
like it's one of those you can't beat them, join them type of thing because the bar they've had run-ins with each other, fights, and then they wind up being tag team champions.
Yep,
Um, so it's a slight possibility, but it's like I'm anxious to see how Aleister Black moves from here on out because now it's like he's destined for some championship gold now. And
absolutely.
before everybody wants to put the WWE title around them, let's start off with the mid card title first because imagine Aleister Black holding the United States Championship and having a monster run with that title, basically an unbeatable champion with Zelina Vega at her side because ain't no telling what she's gonna do. It's almost like I feel like this is something that they easily could have done with Karrion Cross and Scarlett.
Hmm.
Dabble with the arts, give this man, a mid card title at least, let him run roughshod. But since he's not here, we still got Aleister Black, and so far it's about to pay off with Aleister Black coming back and the way he's been booked. He's been booked to me personally. He's been booked pretty well. Doesn't really take that many L's, and they're very protective over that Fate the Black kick.
Hmm. Right.
But I'm excited to see this man, grow as a character, and I'm excited to see what Zelina Vega has in store for us because we're about to see the side of Zelina Vega that
Yeah. Never
we
seen.
have not seen. So the vignettes, the promos that this woman's about to do, I know she's having a ball. That thank you Jesus that this has finally happened because, like you said, we didn't know if he was ever going to come back when he was over there in AEW. But the grass wasn't green on the other side. They wasn't booking him right, and this is one of Triple H's, kids. So have them
Right.
come back home to the roost. I know definitely for sure he wanted to make up for everything that Vince has done. So I'm hoping maybe we see Buddy Murphy, Brody King. I don't know. That's the big X factor there.
Yeah, I'm praying that we get Brody King because I think he would be a total monster in WWE, and he would be a total, like you say, he'd be a total X factor for this kind of remnant of a House of Black in WWE. So I hope it
Seriously.
happens, but just keep my fingers crossed. But we getting Zelina and Aleister Black together. I'm already ready. I'm already hyped.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of hype, prior to Friday, we were still pretty hyped about the potential of how Survivor Series was going to turn out. What's going on, Faith? Alofa to you. Welcome,
Come on,
welcome.
face.
Um, Prior to Friday, what did you have War Games looking like?
Before that, I thought we was gonna see some instance of the bloodline versus division somehow. Um, I mean, maybe throw Cody or John Cena in there somehow. I think it was something like that. Um, but yeah, that was pretty much the principal pieces was the bloodline and division.
My thing is when people were Tony Khan booking this War Games, I mean, they had Cena, Cody, Brock, and I'm trying to figure out. Maybe you can help me on this. How logically would they been able to book those three men in particular inside war games? Because Cody and Seth, they only had that match because it was the crown jewel WWE champ versus world heavyweight champion. You know, we saw the winner of that, and both of them with their separate ways. So how do you think those people were they just fancy booking, or do you think there was like a logical way they would have fit Brock, Cody, and Cena into war games, especially two guys that in Cena and Brock who basically have no business inside of a war games cage?
That was fantasy booking. It was I don't know how you because if you put Brock Lesnar in war games, you gotta let Brock Lesnar be Brock Lesnar. He's gonna destroy everything and everyone in sight. Otherwise, what's the purpose of having him here? Cody, he's gonna. I don't know. I didn't see why. I didn't see the need for Cody in there, so I don't get it. I never got the whole idea of Brock in war games. If you're not gonna let Brock be Brock, but having him just as a higher gun for the division, nah. You're gonna let Brock Lesnar be in there. You better let Brock Lesnar be in there.
Right. Because me, you, Faith, we all talked about Brock Lesnar going inside war games. I mean, he's F5 and everybody in sight. I mean, the man doesn't play nice with anybody.
Nope.
And the fact that Seth was pretending he knew about the plan, but clearly you can see on his face the brother didn't know what the hell was going on when Brock Lesnar showed up. So he didn't even know where Brock Lesnar lies, and we still don't know because we haven't seen him since WrestlePalooza. Hey,
Nope.
Mimi, we haven't seen him since, so ain't no telling when this man's gonna show up again. Could he show up on Cena's last night? Could he show up any? He basically can show up at any moment. So, but it's just how and why would Cena fit into war games? Because he doesn't have any story with anybody involved. Roman Reigns is yes, he somewhat has problem with the Vision, but he basically has problem with Bronson Reed. The Usos are not really on the same page.
Nope.
Looks like they're about to, go their separate ways. We get into a little bit on that. And I think Cody has too much business to take care of on SmackDown regarding that WWE Championship, because right now we still don't have an opponent for Cody. We don't know if it's going to be Drew again. I mean, there's always the possibility of Randy Orton challenging him for the championship. But something happened on Friday that got me excited for this. Could we be seeing this as a possible War Games team? Because we got the MFTs making their return in Bullet Club war paint.
That was insane.
And also the return of Tama Tonga. Exactly. The return of Tama Tonga also squaring off with the Wyatt Six, with Nikki Cross in the face of Solo, to the point that Solo, I guess you could say, kind of back down and let them, and pretty much let them know, hey, we see y'all and we're going to have a lot to talk about. So your thoughts on this possible showdown, and could it be something that we can see at War Games?
When I saw that face off, I was like, holy fucking shit. Like, these dudes they done really put the paint on these dudes. They're going back to their New Japan days. And now you put them with the most diabolical, most vindictive, evil, demented faction currently on SmackDown. I'm all for it. I'm really trying to figure out now who's going to be the fifth member for the Wyatts, because obviously I don't think you're not doing a War Games match without Solo. I don't think Solo's just going to be sitting. I don't see Solo's just sitting on the outside as a spectator.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to want to call shots. He's going to want to dictate all this. But oh man, I was excited. I was excited seeing it. I was like, man, sign me up. Let's get this going. There's no way that match isn't going to happen at War Games.
Yeah, because at first I'm like, oh, okay, they're stating their claim to the tag team titles. All right, bet, cool. But then I'm like, nah, this is too good for for it to just be a tag team title match. And the way Nikki Cross is staring down um Solo, and I was like, wait a minute, where's Howdy at?
Mm-hmm.
So wherever Howdy's at, when he gets back, I can't wait to see how this falls out. Because bro, this. I haven't been this excited for a clash like this since the original Wyatts in the Shield,
Right.
and that was settled at a place. Was it Battlegrounds or was it no? What pay per view was that? Was it Elimination Chamber? No, the pay per view.
I think it was Battleground. I don't think it was
No,
Elimination Chamber.
I think
I
was it
remember when it
Battlegrounds a
happened.
New Day.
Yeah, I remember when it happened.
But yeah, and that's the first time we've seen the Shield really get decimated. So seeing the bloodline, the MFTs going against the YS6, this is going to be something um that's going to be good. This is something fresh, but it's also crazy that 3 years in a row we're getting the bloodline inside War Games. It's almost like now it's the bloodline specialty now. It's like every year so far since War Games has been back, it's featured the bloodline. Whether it's
Yep.
Roman, now it's Solo. So how would you book it? Who would you pick to win this match? Because this is gonna be basically guerrilla warfare, no pun intended.
I think it gotta be the MFTs.
Mm.
I think if you make the MFTs like this, I could see this being Solo's grand moment, one of Solo's grand moments. Obviously he won War Games with the Bloodline, with the original Bloodline, but to lead a new faction against one of the most feared factions on the brand would be very epic. But I don't know. I need to see who the fifth person gonna be for the Wyatts before I can say that set in stone, because who knows who that fifth person can be.
Who would you put in there? Because that's one thing I'm trying to wrap my head around is like who would they some people are saying Aleister Black, but it's like he just got with his wife, so it's like how would they I mean I'm not saying he's not a bad fit, but right now Aleister Black is a full blown heel. So how would they who would you put in Team White Six? Who would be that next member?
I honestly don't know. I would say, Aleister Black would have been the most logical because he's like the darkest. I don't see Priest working with him. I don't think that'd be too much nostalgia if you bring Randy in there.
Yeah, because how would you book that anyway? Because Randy's got Cody on the mind.
Yeah, I know what people are saying because Randy was in the Wyatt family, had that brief run with the Wyatt family.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't put Randy in that match because there's really no incentive. There's really no incentive for him, Lena. It was incentive when he came back at War Games because he had been gone so long. But I don't see no incentive for him joining the Wyatts unless you're just doing that just to pay homage to Bray Wyatt. That'd be the only really reason. And obviously he had a relationship with Rowan there too, but I don't know. I'll be intrigued though to see how they play this out, how they draw this out.
Yeah, because that's gonna be the hot question. And Faith, Mimi, Lena, who outside of Randy, Lena, who would you guys will want to join the YX6? Because unless Solo's not in it and it's 4-on-4, but if Solo's gonna be in it, which I mean he's the leader of this group, I will most certainly think he will be in this match. Who did you guys will pick as the YX6 final member? Because I seen the report, which take it with a grain of salt, and also it's not a for sure thing because it was an option. This guy. So it was saying that there was a report that Austin Theory could be an option to be in War Games, but they never said what any capacity. Now, Theory is coming off an injury, and before he was coming off an injury, he was also always on his IG live sharing, inspirational stories. Bo Dallas could see not Bo Dallas, Uncle Howdy could see something in Theory that, have him get like revenge on the people who wronged him or something like that. So I can see him as like a new disciple, so to speak, to join the Y6 because someone he hasn't seen in a while, and it could lead to a whole new character development. So ain't no telling how he's gonna return. I mean, what you think? Would you see Theory as a fit as a member?
Not with the Whites. If it was the original, maybe if it was the Vision, the rumors about maybe the Vision, I could see it. But I don't nothing against Austin Theory. I don't know if he making him that dark is the proper way for his return.
You don't think you don't think he has it in him?
I think he does, but I don't know. But you never know. I mean, anything's possible. If he got that much range, go for it. If he got the range for it, he obviously he was brainwashed by the way for so long. Anything he might be able to do it.
I mean, because the way that Bailey has character developed, the way that EO has character developed, I think it me personally, I know you feel like you and Faith doesn't feel like he will fit. I don't know. What if they find a way to make it seem like he could? Because I think the way he's been inspirational on that stuff, I think he could fit. Faith thinks it's Ilya Dragunov.
That is
and how would how would you
Raw,
fit that in there?
He's on Raw, so I mean, does it have to be someone from SmackDown?
No, actually, you don't, because they crisscross all the time on different brands. So what if Ilya comes back and he's signed? You know how they just come back and say, "Oh, he's signed a contract with SmackDown" or something like that. So he might be a murder for hire, like Bronson Reed was last year. Faith also said that if they did the whole Vision versus OG Bloodline, then she could have seen Theory. Hey, moms, moonwalking again.
Fresh from Lobster.
Coming from Red Lobster.
Fresh from Red Lobster.
Oh, I hope you got some biscuits in that bag, because them cheddar biscuits is fire.
You know you crazy.
Yeah. Right, Jones.
Hey, them joints is fire.
I know. Oh yeah, she got out there all the time. Boss lady went to go up at dinner, so she had to pull up. Yeah, you're right. I mean, you brought up Brasserie last year was the higher gun for the new bloodline. So the Miz.
Listen. This. Here's how I'm gonna answer that question. Yeah, that's how I feel about that.
Yeah.
No.
I didn't know if those are yours or hers.
Hey, Bella. Good evening. Bella. Good evening. How about the Migos?
Fast.
But I can see Ilya, but I'm not gonna hold out the possibilities of an Austin Theory. He could be that lost soul that was betrayed by a so-called best friend, and he's lost his way. No pun intended again. And someone like Uncle Howdy can feed off of that and be like, here's a family that won't desert you or whatnot. So if it's Theory, I would love to see that, because again, it's something fresh. Just like the Y6 and MFTs, that's fresh. I mean, it still has the bloodline, but it's not the bloodline we know. Roman's not involved in this. The Usos are not involved in this. Sammy's not involved in this. It's a whole new wave or bloodline that's involved in this. So they don't even call the bloodlines the MFTs. So
Yeah.
to see that, I'm anxious to see how they pull that off. But what else? Anything else on Friday, sir, that you want to tap in on? I mean, there was some good stuff that happened on there. Which you
seeing, I mean, the return of Shinsuke. Obviously, we can go back to the MFT part, but how they first showed up, crashes Sami Zayn's open challenge against returning
yeah,
Nakamura, and that's how we saw Tama Tonga make his return. That was intriguing. First of all, seeing Shinsuke Nakamura, I thought was dope, and him going back to his old music was real cool. But seeing Solo go after Sami Zayn shows he's not done with him yet.
Oh yeah, those vignettes for the past month or so, he made it clear that he's bringing that championship back. So when they jumped him, I'm like, all right, this is Sammy. But them showing up later on, I'm like, oh, there's bigger fish to fry. Which actually, I'm glad you brought that up. It could be Sammy. What if Sammy is going to reluctantly help the YSX? Because Messy Sammy can never, keep his nose out of other people's business. I mean, you can just bump into him, and next thing you know, he's in your business. Want to fight?
That is true. That is true. That is so true.
Speaking of wanting to fight, a fighter just pulled up to the VIP. I mean,
really?
she's yeah. I mean, she's still trying to fight this person, and once again, when CCN gets a hold of him, it's on site. Fresh off the island from the room, we got the queen herself as she gets herself together. Last minute adjustments and whatnot. We got Wrestle Faith in the building.
Hey.
She came in shooting. All right, I see where this is going. She's pew pew. All right,
Oh, we opened up the show talking about the last man standing match, Lena.
Oh yeah. And before we go any further, Faith, your thoughts on possibly Sammy the Snitch join the YS6 since they basically jumped them. You already know if you nudge Sammy, accidentally bump into Sammy, or sock out Sammy. He's interjecting in whatever business you in. So your thoughts on now Sammy possibly being an extra member of the YS6?
Okay. I see the connection, and I'll tell you why. Solo, even when they were doing War Games last year, was trying his damnedest to get Sammy to join him. If you remember, he wanted Sammy to kick Roman in the face. And for a minute there, I was like, oh yeah, Sammy is about to go with Solo because Roman didn't turn him down. And it probably brought up some old emotions for Sammy. And if Jimmy and Jay had ran out there to help Roman, Sammy probably would have went with Solo. But like you said, we know Sammy don't stand down for nothing. So I could see Sammy going with them. I could also see him being affected by them because if it's anything like when Bray was alive, and rest in peace to Bray. If it was anything like when Bray was alive, there was one consistent thing with Bray that all the superstars would say that would be in a storyline. It changes you. And it could change Sammy in the worst of ways, which could lead to him losing that U.S. title to maybe Eric Rowan. I don't know. But I could see it happen. I would like to see Ilya Dragunov be that person.
Yeah, he's due for a return. It's just creatively he's waiting.
And normally if they go out one way, they don't come back in that same way.
Right.
So he went out as a face. He could come back as a heel.
He could
be angry and vengeful. And right now, Uncle Howdy is talking about, we coming for everything owed to us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Ilya may feel like he's owed a mid-card title. That's what he was fighting for before he left. So
that he
I can
was.
see it go both ways. And he could be the one to come in and be like, you know what? I want that U.S. title. Send me. You snitch.
Man, it's crazy because it's so unpredictable who they could bring in.
Yeah.
And then hopefully they really think long and hard about it.
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty sure they already have. But it's crazy because you got Aleister Black as a rumor, Austin Theory, Ilya Dragunov.
Well, Alistair to me would be the obvious choice because of his darkness, right?
Right.
But here's my other issue with this whole War Games thing.
War Games.
Nikki Cross.
Mm-hmm.
We saw her, girl. Kudos to you, homegirl, because you straight rolled up on Solo.
She sure did. She had no shame.
And I'm telling
Sister
you right
Abby
now,
right there.
if that had been anybody else in the women's division, they would have folded. I know I would have, but that's not what we're here for.
Hey, yo.
Maybe Solo does not fight in the War Games. Maybe it is 4-on-4. And I think I saw someone in the comments say her name earlier. Maybe Solo goes and gets PJ Vasa to handle Nikki Cross.
I mean, he can still go in that match, but like you said, still bring her in because obviously she's gonna be outside of the cage, or so we think she might be outside of the cage. Hey, what's going on, Joe? Welcome to the Sports View.
Joe,
like, share, subscribe. By the way,
I think she's gonna be in that War Games. I think her stepping to Solo like she did. I think she's very much gonna be in that War Games.
I can see her climbing the cage like an animal and interject herself into this match, because obviously she's not gonna be locked up inside the waiting cage. Obviously, she's gonna be. This is gonna be interesting because obviously they're not gonna do it intergender. But WWE doesn't really do that type of stuff. They only do mixed tags.
WWE might not, but them new writers might.
I've never really seen outside of Orton. I've never really seen anyone really put hands on the females lately. So who knows? You never know. Because if they do bring up PJ, one, that's big on her because that's surely the female bloodline is basically on its way if she shows up, and I can see her definitely learning and rolling with the MFTs, learning under Solo's tutelage, so to speak, of how the family does things on the main roster, and then also neutralizing Nikki Cross. But I still think she's gonna be the mascot, so to speak. So I can see her being neutralized, but adding that next member, they got to do something because Solo, he ain't injured, so there's no reason why he's not gonna be in the cage. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna find somebody, and I can't wait. We might find out Friday. We might not. We might start seeing some breadcrumb clues on who they might suggest. Because, Survivor Series is the end of next month, so we still got a whole month and a half to figure out who they're going to bring in, but I'm excited. SmackDown cooked on Friday towards the end of that show
and
to get us ready. Have a whole what? Got a whole? Damn, that's crazy.
Stop it. I have a whole theory about Solo and the MFTs long term, but
let's talk about it.
Oh, you want to talk about it? Okay.
Talk about
so I said this on the room earlier. Joe Baby Solo, you better watch your back.
Uh-oh.
Solo better watch his back.
Really?
How
Why?
come,
Why should Solo?
Why? Who's?
how come he the only one without face paint?
You know what? That didn't even dawn on me.
Me neither.
Oos no oos. You know what I'm saying? That didn't even dawn on me. You're right. He didn't have that paint on. Now you got me. So now you got me pondering.
So who should he watch his back for? The NFTs themselves?
Yeah.
Wow.
Let me take you back a couple. Before Tama Tonga got hurt, every time he went to save Solo from Roman, what's the one thing he would get his hands on and stare at like his precious?
The Ulafala.
The Ulafala. There's many reasons why Tama would want that Ulafala. Okay.
I mean, it's powerful. Is there anyone who holds this like, holy shit, this is the Ulafala? Ooh, this is good stuff.
It's the Ulafala is powerful. He is of Tongan descent. His father is Haku.
Shout out to Haku.
Most feared.
Most feared. But did he get what he probably should have got out of his time in WWE?
Probably not.
Nope.
Probably not.
Nope, he didn't.
So Tama could be looking for respect for his family, for his namesake. He's got his brothers with him. So I think they planted the seeds of that turn against Solo, whether he got that Ulafala or not. And then remember when Solo was standing in the ring with Tama and Jacob, and then he just took off his coat and walked off and left them for weeks?
Yep.
That's right.
Tama didn't say a thing. It was just him and Jacob. Tama stayed silent that whole time. And then all of a sudden you come back looking like one of the Isley brothers in your white suit. Talking about, I love you, Jacob. Tama looking at you like, what kind of weak mess is this? You have to, the storyline, Tama is the oldest son, I believe he's the oldest, of Haku, like you said, the feared man. You don't think he ain't got that beast in him? It ain't even a dog at that point in time. It's a beast in that boy. And he came back with 5 to 10 pounds of muscle.
Yeah, I know what he had to do. Look jocked.
That is New Japan, unhinged, crazy, violent, G-O-D Tama Tonga.
Yep.
That is not little silent sidekick right-hand man Tama Tonga. No.
Talk about it.
This is what put Bullet Club, one of the reasons Bullet Club got put on the map.
That's right. Teach.
So you got Tama in face paint. You got Tonga Loa in his face paint. You got Tola Tonga in his face paint. And somehow they didn't convince old Refrigerator Perry, no disrespect.
Nigga called him a refrigerator Perry.
Wow, Jake called him William Refrigerator Perry.
I'm talking about JC.
I mean,
you got JC Mateo the fridge. That's crazy.
Listen, I mean,
did not expect
the only reason why I would say Solo was not in face paint, because look at it this way: everybody else was dressed to fight. Solo was in a suit. I don't think you wear face paint in a suit.
Well,
I think when it's game time, I think he will wear some face paint. I believe so. But if he don't, then that theory will hold up.
Maybe he's feeling them footprints in the dark.
And plus, Solo's never been a war dog. So why are you gonna wear some paint that you ain't got no business wearing?
But that's my whole point.
Ooh, so you basically saying the war dogs are gonna go rogue.
Solo ain't never had to go to that level of mentality. He's been an enforcer, yeah. But even Bronson Reed told Roman, Your tribe was civilized. They go through the hierarchy. My tribe, we didn't. Tonga.
Hey,
I'm just saying.
this also goes to show, Faith. I
Hey,
think
Kristen.
last year, hey Kristen, remember last year, Jay told Solo, "There's a reason why we stay away from these foods."
He's like, he like the real disappointed. Like, why'd you call Jacob?
Like there's a reason why we stay away from these foods. So it's all connecting. But I'm also loving, if you notice, the character development of Solo too.
Yes.
He was an enforcer. Then he tried to be a tribal chief. Then he took a step back, reevaluate, and now he's coming back with a whole different sense. Maybe he does got what it takes to dip into that Tongan level of insanity.
I'm gonna counter that with this. Before, when Tama was gone, it was his family tree. It was Solo's family tree, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whose family tree does it look like now?
The Tongan family tree. So he's an odd man out.
It was funny to me when I saw the Tonga twins post and they were like Tongan family tree, Tongan family. And I'm like, Solo, bro. Plus,
but who's left on that Tongan tree that they could sign to?
It don't have to be Tongan because apparently JC Mateo ain't Tongan.
You sure he Hawaiian?
He has no relations to the bloodline other than he used to tag and fight Jacob in the Indies.
But he'll fit right. He still fits right on in by
Does he
default.
though?
I mean, no, but you already know. I mean, if Sammy can be an honorary Uso and he doesn't fit in, obviously JC Mateo, he's going to hang out with them and stuff and shit.
He's been long distance because you see at the barbecue. You really don't want to F with him, but it's like, okay, he seems like he's cool to be around, so give him a shot.
He's married to my cousin, so I told her I would be nice, bring him around, stuff like that. But
he's keen to time to the barbershop too.
Oh, baby.
But also the Tongans, they do have a sense of loyalty to Solo because Solo did bring him in.
Loyalty.
I know that probably doesn't mean nothing at times, but he's making sure that they get what they deserve. Solo's not on that Roman level of it's about me.
Not yet.
He not yet, but he wants to reward these guys for sticking with them. So you can see the Tongan twins going after the tag team titles and probably winning.
They are, and I hope they do, and I hope somehow we get God and the Usos finally. But what I'm trying to say, Solo is not counting. If you think that Solo was just around Paul, storyline wise, Paul and Roman, and didn't learn nothing, and didn't learn to watch.
Oh no, he's the only one that's been listening out of the Usos. He's taking what he wants.
I think Solo is saying, I'll reward you because he needs them to get to where he wants to be. I know he learned that from Roman. Use those around you to get you into position of where you want to be, and then use them to help keep your position.
While I'm making sure, because he knows they got the ability to keep their position. Mm-hmm. So you get the tag team titles, and then you have Tala Tonga by your side, and then you have JC Mateo there. It's like they're primed to take over SmackDown and have championship gold. So I'm excited to see this. And if it is the War Games matches, nothing's official. We're just mere speculating. We're fancy booking. We don't know anything. It could not be War Games, but if this is how War Games is shaped, I can't wait because this is going to be.
I'll be real disappointed if it wasn't.
Because who's joining the White? Who's joining the Y6? How Solo and the MFT is gonna? Well, how Solo and the War Dogs gonna function as a unit? So this is
Y'all.
Something. Faith, you got to look on your face. Do you got some breaking news or something?
You got something? You sound like
I ain't got no breaking news, but I think we forgetting somebody in this
and
that could join the Wyatts. And maybe y'all already said his name. I don't know.
give me a hint.
Jacob?
He's a prophet.
Tess or Dawkins? No, Dawkins.
Tez?
Dawkins.
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 Oh, I know where you're going now. Because of
A
everything.
Negro in the
Bo
Y6.
Dallas.
That's hold on. Hold on.
Everything Bo
Wait a
Dallas.
minute. Let's take it.
Okay.
Let's dive into this real quick.
Let me prep
They're
the
gonna
food,
have
and I'm gonna let you cook. Let me prep the food. I'm gonna let you cook. So, Bo Dallas / Uncle Howdy randomly just keeps popping up whenever the Street Profits would kept like having these brotherly issues and being trying to play peacemaker. And he keeps just needling Dawkins like he doesn't respect you. Go ahead, OTC.
Listen, first of all, they're gonna have a Negro in the Y6. Period. That's something worth celebrating because they're crossing a barrier and they're thinking outside the box.
Dawkins and
That-
the wife would be insane.
That is something. But Dawkins, dude, he has been not under any type of spell or anything, but he seems to be like he's been locked in a lot lately, like laser focused on himself. But even when they do the handshake, it's none of that. Yeah, it's just yep, You know what I'm saying? So, and they just lost again. Their match. So I can see. Okay, so what are the Y6? Are they billed as faces?
They ain't
Baby heels? Because whoever joins them, the fans are gonna look to them as faces because obviously the MFTs and Solo, obviously they're heels. So everyone's gonna look at the Y6 like, oh, this is a babyface team. Like, how does Dawkins?
I've been saying this for a while. They, and by they I mean WWE, has shown they're not afraid to have heel versus heel, face versus face.
Yep, Shield and Wyatt is a prime example.
Yep. So they're not afraid to do that. And that is what I think this is. It's heel versus heel. Who's the top faction? Because it ain't gonna be you, it's gonna be us. Oh, really? Well, it ain't gonna be you either. It's gonna be us because we got the it's like gang. Like, what's good?
It's gonna be a lot of gang. There's gonna be a lot of mind games played over the next month too. Wyatt's gonna be praying over the MFTs,
right?
And the moment they think they're slipping, once that darkness hits, the MFTs are gonna strike. It's gonna be
they ain't afraid of the dark.
It's gonna be like they say in baseball: who's gonna blink first? Who's gonna blink first?
I'm telling y'all right now, it would make sense for Dawkins or Tez, but I really think it would be Dawkins.
It should be Dawkins.
Dawkins fits more because he's more. None against Tez, not no offense to Tez, but he's just seemed like he's on a more of a meaner streak than Tez is right now. He's more
they
gritty.
can use it, and they can use another big man.
Him and Rowan.
I mean, Dawkins not a big man, but Dawkins can be like the other muscle because we don't see Eric Rowan in the ring a lot.
No,
so we can get Tez. I mean, not Tez. We can get Dawkins in the ring.
You know, crazy too. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Joe.
You good?
Oh no, I was gonna say that they can use Dawkins turning on Tez and have him join the Y6, or something that leads up to it. Because I can see Dawkins just looking at Tez and not even say a word and just beat the holy shit out of him. And next thing you know, he shows up in a hoodie because the boy loves to wear hoodies. Show up in a hoodie and he takes the hoodie off and he's right there with the Y6 about to square off with the MFTs. That to me was set it off because again they got a Negro in the Y6. But anyway, That'd be an interesting story.
I'm gonna throw one last monkey wrench in here, and then I'm gonna stop. Because these thoughts up here, being in this head is a lot. What if we get to War Games, and let's just say they never reveal who? Let's say Solo doesn't get into War Games, and let's say that they don't reveal who they are until the day of War Games, right? Because each team would need a person, right? What if Dawkins comes out with the Wyatts, but Tez comes out with the MFTs?
Oh, wait a. That would throw everything up. It's gonna be one of those. Like, I give up. Like, it's like one of those. I don't know what they're doing, but I like what they're doing. To split them up and have them on opposite sides. That means they got to split them up quick, fast, and in a hurry and see how this plays out.
I didn't say split them up. They just have different reasons why they went with who they went. And then you have somebody to neutralize Nikki Cross too. Because B-Fab, no matter what, ain't going to leave them hanging.
Wait, but who would B-Fab choose?
She might not choose anybody. If Nikki Cross gets involved, she may just come out there to whoop Nikki's ass. Remember, Nikki attacked her.
She did.
What, Big Oos? What? I told you it's some diabolical stuff that be up in here. Okay?
Listen. I mean, Tez is some war paint.
I'm here for it.
I'm not saying anything bad about it. I'm just saying it out loud. Tez with some war paint. I mean, obviously, it's not his first time wearing war paint because he's a veteran. He had to go crack open one for that one.
I had to get the red cup just for them. I had to go get the red cup just for them.
That actually would be diabolical. I mean, dude. I mean, basically, you splitting up the profits in a way by having them go on opposite side of one another. Ooh, and they will have a match on their own afterwards when the Survivor Series is over.
I think because here's the thing: do I really think that the Street Profits are gonna split? I don't.
I do.
Do I think they need to fight out their aggravation with each other? I do. Do y'all remember when Dean Ambrose and Seth got back together? I know that it was different circumstances, but at that time
they fought it out.
They had to fight it out. And I remember Booker T saying sometimes with brothers, whether related or not, you got to fight it out. Look at Jimmy and Jay. Although I know what everybody think about the WrestleMania match, I'm so sick of hearing about it. But their brothers, they had to fight it out.
Yep. Man,
I'll leave it like that.
Faith, that's a conundrum. Each team has the profits.
You really got me pondering right now.
I mean, if it's with the thing,
it'll set them up for a solo run separately too.
Yep.
That's crazy. But moving on, what else is crazy is getting up at 4:00 in the morning, 4:30 in the morning for a PLE. So shout out to the Bonnet and Blanket gang that held it down on the island. We also held it down. Fat Four held it down. But it was worth it because John, crown jewel absolutely cooks.
It did.
Like it
Stir fry.
it cooks. Yeah, it definitely cook. And let's see. It's like, where do we begin? I mean, let's start this off with the street fight between Roman Reigns and Big Bronson Reed. This match, I loved it. This match was a banger. I mean, anything bloodline related, and yes, I'm including Bronson Reed because he has bloodline lineage. As Roman would say, his ass belongs to the tribal chief. So this fight was everywhere, and Braun Breaker got involved, as I knew he would, and Jimmy and Jay got involved, and I loved how the end of this match played out because Jay spears Big Cousin through the table, ultimately costing him this match. Not Jimmy with the bonehead move. It was Hothead Jay with the bonehead move that pretty much cost Roman to lose. Listen, like Roman scolded them like a disappointed father,
Really
basically
did.
saying like, "I get it, I get it, I love you both, and I want you guys to be here for me. I love you guys being here for me, but this is something I gotta do on my own." And he said the legendary line that has scarred Monty for the past week.
So
And he
has.
told them boys, "I don't want to see you until Christmas."
My damn.
Messed her up.
Me and Faith and John, we all talked about the meaning of why Roman said that, because obviously Roman's on his own personal arc that he needs to complete on his own. But while John finished up his dinner, I'm gonna go to you, Faith, because you're the special guest. Your thoughts on this scenario and what's gonna happen between the Usos between now and Christmas?
Okay. You know, a hard head make for a soft ass. I'm gonna say that.
Mm-hmm.
Roman told Jay before Clash in Paris, stop helping everybody. He said, I know more than anybody, you helped me. You helped this company. You've helped the boys in the locker room. You've helped everybody. Stop it. Be about your business. Focus on getting back to what you lost. Do it on your own. Do it your way. He said it was about legacy and moments, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go real far back when Jay was right hand man, almost towards, I'm gonna say, the middle of his right hand manness. Didn't Roman tell him that his hot head and his unthinking emotions was gonna get him in trouble?
Yeah, she did.
Mm-hmm.
Tribal chief don't lie. He might gaslight,
Yeah.
he might not tell the whole truth, but he don't lie.
Ever.
Here we are now. He told him before this premium live event. He said, oh, Jimmy said, you know, we're gonna have your back. And what did Jay say? I'll be out there, I'll have your back.
Mm-hmm.
And Roman was like, I don't want
And
your
Roman's
help.
just looking like,
Right?
he's had enough. He's had enough.
He went on the Pat McAfee show. He said, them boys is not listening.
He did.
He said,
So
I'm trying to teach them how to be in the stratosphere, and they just want to be in the atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
He said there is a level and a space above being a title holder.
Mm-hmm.
You hear that, Cody? You're not up there yet. Anyway.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Roman had every right to be pissed. Every single right. And I don't know what it is with this family, but Roman speared Rock. You done got Jay accidentally kicking Jimmy before.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got Jay spearing Roman. But there is, y'all mentioned everything Roman said in that ring except for one thing.
Which
He said, everybody thinks I can't do shit on my own.
Mm-hmm.
Which we all since for the past 5 years, before losing the title, everyone criticized Roman can't win on his own.
Why would he say that?
He keeps his ears to the streets. He ain't stupid.
He feels basically like the noise is getting to him. Clearly the noise is getting to him.
Roman has to
TJ.
prove himself again that he's been proven. He's been doing the first 7 years when he left the Shield. Now he's at the point where he has to prove himself again.
Yeah.
Because people, like you said, he's tired of people thinking, they have all the answers, and it's like he has to go into the Ra's al Ghul pit, so to speak, where Bruce Wayne went in Dark Knight Rises to find himself and come back and be like, and get that power back, because that's one of the things he said. He misses the power. So and right now he feels like he ain't got it.
So let's say
he never said anything about championship. He said power.
So okay. Thank you, Trell. Okay. You get me excited now.
Won't be the first time.
No, it wouldn't be. He ain't talking about championships. It would be nice for him to get a championship. I'm sure he would love it. But he's talking about a different kind of power.
Mm-hmm.
A power that is personal to him. A power that has to do with Ainga, with family.
Mm-hmm.
He want to get high, get high, get high, get high, and get high.
There's one person that he has to prove himself to even be considered for a challenge.
Big Cousin Dewey.
If you smell what he's cooking.
Big Cousin Dewey.
It's a rite of passage that Roman's going through. Let me propose to y'all that this arc that we see Roman on, it's not a hero's arc. It's not even a redemption arc, because he told y'all things change, but he don't.
That's right.
He never did.
He never did. He never has, except for, I have to say this, against family. Because old Roman would have whooped the hell out of Jay.
Yeah.
And slapped Jimmy.
Yep.
But he didn't. He said,
he wants them to roll with him. He wants to roll with them. And he's like, I'm happy for you guys. I want you to help me. But y'all got to figure this shit out on your own too, man.
Right.
Like, stay from under my ass, so to speak.
So do I think we don't see Roman till Christmas? I don't believe that.
No. I think he's saying stay away from me until Christmas. Like, I don't, if I get into another fight, let me go down by myself.
I think
mind y'all business and figure it out.
I think we see Roman at Madison Square Garden.
Oh yeah, you can't.
He can't turn down. He can't turn down the Garden.
I think we see Roman at Survivor Series.
I do too.
Definitely. In a match that nobody
I don't know.
See him in again.
Him and Bronson. I mean, I wouldn't mind them going to third, because usually if you go in 3 rounds of Roman Reigns, that means the company got something in you. They see something in you. Because usually Roman is always one and done with these people if it ain't family.
What if it's a match that can't nobody interfere in?
I mean, what match can't no one interfere in? Unless it's because even Bloodline Rules, everybody interfered in. Tribal Combat, people interfered in.
Not Tribal Combat.
I mean, cage matches. I've seen people interfere in.
I mean, if you put Bronson and Roman in Hell in a Cell.
And crazy part, you think that There's not. I saw it just the other day on Instagram. There's not. If we go so far through this year, we're right now. There's not been one hell. We at least have had one Hell in a Cell match every year. We have not had one yet.
Nope. And we know Halloween's approaching. They normally do it in October, but they could save it. But that's just speculation.
Yeah.
Right now, I think Roman and the Usos are going to stay separated. Even though I think Roman will be on Raw, I don't think there will be any or little interaction, maybe a stare down as they pass each other.
Mm-hmm.
I could see Jimmy trying to talk to Roman and Roman ignoring him. When it comes to Jimmy and Jay, did y'all already go over Raw?
Not yet.
No,
I'm gonna
no.
save my thought on Jimmy and Jay for that.
Yeah, we're going day by day because there was a lot to cover this past weekend.
It was a lot.
But John, your thoughts on this whole bloodline business that happened at Crown Jewel? I mean, Roman is like he's pretty much y'all gonna figure this out come hell or high water. It's almost like he basically like if I have to see you guys again, I'm whooping your ass. He don't want to do that.
Yeah, he pretty much gave him fair warning. Like it's a warning shot. If I need y'all, I know where to find y'all. I told y'all I'm good. Let me go be me. I let you go do you. Now it's my time to go be me. This is where people got to, and then like this is why I think some people want to see Roman dominant but when he's the tribal chief, clearly he was in God mode. I mean, still kind of is, but he was clearly in super God mode. He's in God mode. But when we see the OTC, see the more human side of Roman. So he's basically showing that side he really don't want to show to people unless you really are like this. And it just had to come out and tell Jimmy and Jane, look, I'm all right, man. Go do y'all. And if I need y'all, what up, BK? If I need y'all, I'll holler.
Hey.
Do not step in my business anymore. But people don't listen to that.
Yeah, to like what Faith was saying, that's the little tiny smidge that Roman has changed. That woman has changed. It's more now all about the family instead of going against the family. Instead of having the family, using the family to build him up, he's using that same psychological tactic, but in a way to try to convince these boys to y'all need to step up and be on the level that I am. He's telling Jay, like you said, quit trying to help people. You need to focus on getting that championship back and bring that to the family for yourself, for your table. So your family you can be the head of your family's table. And then he's trying to tell Jimmy, listen, when he said like he's becoming more like me and that's like you, it's not like being like Roman. It's like Jay finally reached that level of being an actual world champion, a level that I know all about, and a level that you don't know nothing about because you stuck being a tag team champion your whole career. And he's trying to tell him like, yes, you the big brother, but you need to stop having this issue of him taking advice from me because I know what I'm talking about. I've been dominating this roster for 6 years. This ain't no problem with him taking advice from somebody else.
This is why I never was for him doing a rematch after he lost to Cody. I want that 1,000 plus days to stand in time and be so distant away from his next reign where we don't always go back to saying San Martino's name, saying Bob Backlund's name, saying Hulk Hogan's name. I want that to be there. That's a moment you can't make up. His next reign will never be that. I'll be shocked if hell if he even gets the 500 days. If he really want it, go try to get the 500 days. But the month that reign he had from 2020 to 2024
will be talked about.
Pretty much almost a whole presidential campaign, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's a moment that we will not see. I'd be shocked if we see that ever again. I think that was the last.
He was actually champion Biden's entire run. But anyway, go ahead.
He was the end of the first Agent Orange run to all of Biden's run, and pretty much all of Biden's run. So,
never mind.
but he got to show, but he wants to show his vulnerability and show that he can handle this on his own. So if he's sitting there getting stomped a mud hole and walking dry, as Stone Cold would say, he'll get up, he'll bounce back. He don't need y'all coming up here playing superhero all the time.
Well, and he's got all the snakes out the house, so to speak. It's just family left now.
True that. True that.
So
no Sammy, no nobody. Like it's just them. So
my God, I do not
wait
want to see Sammy back with this family. Please, please.
I'll be shocked if Sammy weasels his way back in there.
Why gotta be a weasel, man?
I just think it's just time. I mean, I feel what Cuz was saying. Like, I mean, it's time for Sammy now to just be Sammy.
Yeah.
Yep. And he is
on
the other side of the fence.
Especially with all these dates in a certain country now, it's time for him to just finally capitalize on these moments that people have been waiting for forever. And Friday, when he got stomped out by the NFTs, you should be focusing on that and not acknowledging Jay. I just put it and I'll leave it at that, Bruce.
Yeah, and one final thing also is like he was trying to also tell Jimmy, if you really want what's best for your brother, stay out of his way. Like Jay is someone also telling them, stay out of his way.
Well, and Jay is a different beast right now.
Yep.
And Jimmy needs to just let Jay
let him figure it out.
Yeah, instead of trying to be his savior, which is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is always going to be a problem when you're the elder sibling. You're never going to learn that you have to fight within yourself to stay out of somebody's way. And Jimmy needs his own arc. He needs to start applying a pressure to the roster and show the world why he is in fact Big Jim and not only be known for taking Naomi out of action, so to speak. So he needs to
you gotta let that
get it going. No.
You gotta let that go, Ooze. You gotta let it go.
The only reason why I am letting it go is because Stephanie Valkyrie is our women's world champion.
See, think about that. Think about that.
That's why I'm letting it go.
Yeah.
Because of that. But that doesn't mean I still didn't like it. But I let it go because it led to an unstoppable run of Stephanie Valkyrie. So I'm gonna let that be.
Let it be.
Speaking of La Primera, she took on, the Gangsta Barbie, aka the women's WWE champion, Tiffany Stratton. The match was decent. I enjoyed this match, but we all knew what was going to happen. And we all knew. We all knew what was going to happen.
We got the result, guys. We got the result. You can stop frowning now. You got the proper result. You almost made me spit out my burger, man. That's crazy.
I heard what Trail just said. I'm staying on head tilt.
Oh, shit. Oh, shizzle.
Oh, what? Cause I said the Gangsta Barbie.
Yeah, that's diabolical.
Trail, I can't.
He didn't do the typical say she was the wrestling version of Alicia Silverstone.
He said it, not me. I just said Gangsta Barbie, and I'm sticking to it. Listen, that girl is the Gangsta Barbie because she's went through the best of the best on that SmackDown roster and has the longest active championship reign right now in WWE. I mean, listen, the woman has defeated Charlotte Flair. This woman has beaten Jade Cargill.
Yep.
Nia Jax for like 10 times.
Yep.
I mean, she held her own against Stephanie Valkyrie. We got to give that woman credit. Nobody really likes her as a champion, but WWE is big on her, and the fans love her because every time you hear TV time, she gets a big ass pop.
I go to the bathroom, but continue.
I get you. Listen, everybody sees it as a pee break, but I've watched Tiffany Stratton grow.
I see what you did there. Big ass pop, go to the bathroom. I see what you did there.
Damn, that's crazy. It's always faith. But anyway, we gotta we can't shit on this woman's progress. We gotta give Tiffany Stratton a small amount of props because the woman has done everything and she's getting better and better in the ring. But she finally got that L. Tiffany Stratton took the L. Miss La Primera is now the women's crown jewel championship, and that belt looks so good around her. That's not named Trail.
Damn you, Miles Bourne.
John,
What is happening?
What happened?
I just said, damn you, Miles Bourne.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he can hear you. John,
I hate you,
what?
I hate you, boy.
What?
You and Mark, boy. I swear, dude. You and Mark, man. He's your Stevie Wonder. That's your Stevie Wonder.
Listen,
he's your Stevie Wonder.
No, because the man, no, because the man can't hear people. He can't.
See, that's your Stevie Wonder.
He can.
That's your Stevie Wonder. He ain't fully your Stevie Wonder, but that's your Stevie Wonder adjacent.
No, because Miles Bourne openly admits he's partially deaf.
No, he is.
He admits it.
He is.
He's
Sorry,
not lying.
Yeah. No, he's
somebody else is lying,
but to answer the
hey,
question,
listen, that's a theory for another day.
I'm glad this is as opposed. Yeah, I'm glad it was this match. I didn't want it to be Jade. I think her and Jade, it would have been fun because obviously the innuendos just write themselves with them too. What do you think, Faith? What happens when someone not getting? Yeah, yo.
Is she coming for John again, or what? Who's she talking about?
I don't think she's talking about John.
What in the world?
Listen. Well, I can't respond because I don't know if she's talking to me.
Okay.
Let's move on.
Hey, yo, but nah.
Yeah, go ahead, John.
It was a better matchup as far as from as a athletic wise as opposed to because I think. But her and Jade, I mean, we can write all the bars with her and Jade. But this had to be I'm glad she's the one that gave Tiffany Stratton her first loss.
Nope. I'm gonna address this right now. Miss Lena, unless you offer him with a side of handcuffs, keep it to yourself. Go ahead, John.
What the?
All right. Well, I guess John.
He said a side of handcuffs. That's the funniest bar I've heard all day. But it was good seeing Stephanie look dominant. I mean, Tiffany was okay, but it was time for her to take this L. It was time, and this is the right person to do it. Clearly, as our boy Dallas Cass said, she's had the best rookie year of any woman in WWE history. Have 4 titles in an 8-month span. Think about this. In an 8-month span.
Yep.
She's been Women's North American Champion, NXT Women's North American Champion, NXT Champion, Women's World Champion, and now the Crown Jewel Champion. And that made Mimi fall out of her chair. She's the right one. I don't know if she would have beat Jade, but it'd be more expected for her to beat Jade. With this week, we did expect it to happen, but you always wonder because would it happen again with Steph like we did with Jason? It was like it can't happen twice, right? It couldn't happen twice, right? But we got the right result, and clearly they're showing how much they believe in this woman, especially when she's now getting on the mic, speaking in really good English, doing these interviews, cutting these promos. They're showing they believe in her, and it's everything people want to see with Julia, But when they seen this woman walk on, they was like, that spells aura.
Yes.
That
Mhm.
aura. Julia spells talent, but Stephanie Valkyrie spells aura.
This right here.
Mhm.
This right here.
Aura. And you
Shut it
can't
down.
teach that. And you can't teach that.
Show can't.
That's
That's
that
natural.
special that's a special type of perfume that you know what I'm saying. Like, yep, that's her aura.
That's
You
That's
know,
that
that's called
home
the,
drop. That's that
that's called
home.
the it
she
factor.
got that dollar dropper. You know what I'm saying? Just spin.
That's called having the it
Yeah,
factor. Yo, you good? That's having the it
yeah.
factor. That's having the it factor. Julia has the talent, but she doesn't have the it factor. If I had to compare it to sports, it's like Julia's Tim Duncan, but Stephanie Valkyrie was Shaq.
Okay. I get that. I get
All
that.
right. Yeah, because
She
Shaq
got
had
the
a whole
skill
lot of
set,
aura.
fundamentals, everything. She's a 5-tool player.
But people call her boring.
Right. But
Tim Duncan's kind of boring.
When the Diesel stepped on the court,
He had aura.
you knew you was getting that. You knew you was about to get that work.
Wait, who called her boring?
It's the way, and that's why my Tim
No,
Duncan,
the way people complain about how Julia's being booked, it makes it seem like she's boring.
Oh, okay.
It's like how the Spurs were at the peak. They're not the entertaining. They're not the sexy team. But when you look at the Kobe Shaq Lakers, that's Stephanie Valkyrie. They're glitz. It's glamour. It's aura. With Julia, it's talent, it's skill, it's work ethic. But it's just you get the job. You get the job done.
With Julia, if they can invest time and give time to Stephanie to learn English classes and all this other stuff, I think they can do the same for Julia. The few times I have heard Julia speak English, I've been able to understand her. Yeah. I do not love her being with Kiana James, which by the way, thank you. I think it was Trill that told me that Kiana James is a sister. Did not know.
Yes, she is.
But I don't like this partnership. I know they had to put Kiana with something. I know that the original storyline for her, if they had went with that, I would have shut my TV off every time. Because ain't no way I'm about to watch Kiana James and Adam Pearce get coolly on TV.
Oh my God.
So
that why she kept asking that man for drinks?
Listen,
that was supposed to be the storyline. She was supposed to be his assistant. And they was supposed to.
Hey, listen, if anybody needs some spice in their life on the storyline, it would be Adam Pearce because he always told me he need a drink. You got Kiana James that show assistant. Listen, he be drinking all right. But I mean she's in real estate, so she can get him a good house.
No, Nikki ain't going for that shit.
Yeah, Mickey ain't playing that. She ain't playing that.
No.
Mickey will sign a contract real quick to get back in the ring. No. We don't need another one of these moments.
No,
we don't need another one of these moments.
Miss James Aldis do not have that.
Trail?
Well.
Trail?
Well, I mean, anyway.
Yeah.
Anywho, so we're gonna move on. Team Rhea. Riho, which I hate because it reminds me of Riho from AEW, but that team beat the Kabuki Warriors, so we already knew that was going to happen. Nothing special, but this one here woke us up Saturday morning, and that was the classic. That was John Cena, AJ Styles. I mean. These guys had a standing ovation before they even locked up. And John Cena handing Alicia that paper to read off his accolades. Well, not read off his accolades, but to give him a proper entrance. That was class act. I was like, oh, this was awesome. Bullet Club reference, total nonstop action, the old moniker, the face that runs the place.
Yeah.
I was waiting for the SmackDown that AJ Styles built by get it. They wasn't on SmackDown, so that's why it wasn't on there. But these guys gave us a banger at the age that they're at. Both of them on a retirement tour, giving us one final showdown. I mean, the tributes that they paid homage to during this match was a who's who. Randy Orton with the RKO and the punch, Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels, Kazarian, the list of Bray Wyatt. That's the one that got me.
Well, yeah.
Was he gave him the
never went into tears.
Abigail.
I never got went into tears when I saw that.
That one, I was like, that's one person that John Cena had yet to pay homage to, and for him to do that, and then when he hit it, yes, AJ Styles kicked out, but the Fireflies just popped up out of nowhere.
Yes.
And that was like, and then the camera caught John looking up at the sky.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, like that moment was, I will never. Yes, he did. AJ Styles face Bray Wyatt. No, I don't think they had the pleasure.
1-on-1, no, but they were in with the year Bray Wyatt won the WWE title inside.
They was in a match together, yeah. But actual storyline, anything like that, no. They never. I don't think they ever had the chance of crossing paths.
Could you imagine?
If Randy hadn't won that Rumble, I would have let us see the fallout from Bray Wyatt pitting AJ in the Elimination Chamber.
Mm-hmm. But ultimately, Cena got the dub with the FU. Faith, your thoughts on that match, because that match woke us up. We was hanging in there, and when they put on that classic, it was like, all right, the bond is off, the blanket's out, the sun is out.
Yeah,
let's get cooking.
We were already, for us of ATD, we was already in our feelings with the whole Roman Jimmy J. Monty was stuck on not seeing them till Christmas. Still ain't let that go.
She's not gonna let that go till Christmas, probably.
No. This match, I have never been a huge John Cena fan, but I cannot and I will not disrespect nor deny his contribution to this industry and all the work and all the light that he's brought to a product that I grew up loving. Now, can I call him the GOAT? No, still not gonna do it. But
who, Cena?
Yep.
Oh,
still ain't gonna do it. I have my own reasons, but he is great. And AJ, I feel like gets underappreciated sometimes, especially now that he's a little older and he's announced that he's retiring next year. Hey, Candace.
Candace.
I think that they gave us, and with all due respect, I say this, they gave us the greatest icy hot dad fight of the century.
Hashtag dad bod squad. Well, they're not dad bod squad. They're in great shape for their ages.
They went in that ring and gave us they left everything they had in that damn ring and then went into the reserves and left that too. They was hitting finishing move after finishing move. That reverse tombstone, I almost came out my seat. When he kissed him on the head, I said, no, he ain't doing Sister Abigail. He did it.
He did that shit.
Okay.
Somebody was like, yeah, homage to Shawn Michaels. I was like, oh, they just bring it out. JoJo had me dying because she was like, did they may just kiss him on the forehead? Because she's never seen Sister Abigail. So her getting shocked by them, it was funny. But yeah, like the paying homage to Shawn, and then I didn't even catch the Frankie Kazarian reference, and then the Christopher Daniels reference. It's like,
and
they're
the
paying
Miz.
tribute to WWE's and the Miz.
Yep.
And it's like AJ was paying homage to people in TNA that he had monster feuds with, while Cena
Yes.
was also paying homage to people in WWE that he's had monster feuds with. So it's like, I like how they all got together, told a story without no build. Because remember, leading up to this match, AJ said there's no build up required. The story will
No.
write itself. And it
And you know
did.
what? I'm so glad that they listened to the fans on this one. I don't know if they had planned to do this match anyway, and just for Triple H to come out and say, you know what, this is on the fans. If a match that's not been planned, something goes wrong, it didn't. It was magical. It was everything we needed. Right now, I'm calling it match of the night. Right now, I'm calling it match of the year. I'm sorry, that match took me places. Okay.
I'm glad you
It
said
took me
that.
places.
I'm glad you said that because I got a question about that later on in the show about and
That's
John
another.
and John
That's
knows.
another one of the year.
Yeah, so we're gonna get to that because we got a question for you and the chat about that status. But
Uh-oh.
it was we never had. I don't think when was the last time we had two guys on the same retirement tour face each other one last time and gave us a banger like this.
I think this never happened that I can think of, especially in the modern era. I don't think that's ever happened.
I can't think. Yeah. I'm trying to think.
Because AJ Styles is definitely the GOAT of TNA.
Uh-huh.
Some people have John, not all of us, but some people do have John Cena as, the GOAT because based on his contributions and big matches that he had and championships that he won. So those two coming together and giving us a classic like that, it's like I said it that Saturday. I'm like, everybody that's currently on that roster and everyone that's in NXT, take notes.
I wouldn't say Flair and Sean was the closest because Sean retired 2 years later.
But I mean,
yes,
yeah.
It took 2 years before Sean decided to hang him up.
Yeah, exactly. So that doesn't. I mean, at the same time, that's really hasn't been done. But
I thought
all the guys and girls. Go ahead.
I thought AJ did the sleeper hold.
He did.
It was
a clean clutch. He was paying homage to Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
And shout out to Samoa Joe. I heard today he announced he's retiring.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that. We definitely gonna talk about Sweet Tooth. Man. We definitely gonna talk about Sweet Tooth. But yeah, that was. Hey, listen, I love me some Twisted Metal. Oh, John, I hope you've seen it because season 2 was awesome.
Shout out to Joe. Shout out to Anthony Mackie. Shout out to him.
And shout out to Quiet because damn, that girl's fine. But anyway, go ahead.
Match of the night. They said it was match of the night, and the moments. They made a moment. Yeah. This will be a match that we talk about whenever we get to this day, or wherever they just talk about Crown Jewel. This might go down as the greatest match in Crown Jewel history. I mean, I don't know what.
Is it because it was outside of Saudi?
Well, I mean, they've had matches that have cooked over there, but I think just the fact that the pay-per-view, maybe it did have a lot to do because the crowd was the Aussies was lit all weekend. So
yeah, they were hot.
They were lit all weekend. They was. I mean, from everything from calling Oscar the C, that's a wild chant, but it was dope. It was dope, man. I had to be careful, but it was dope. AJ coming out and looking like 05 AJ minus the fade. Cena, giving Alicia Taylor the paper to give him his flowers before so he can smell them. And then just all the tributes. I mean, like I said, the Bray Wyatt one almost took me out of the morning because I was just like, "There's no way this just happened." But I was grateful to see it. I like how it ended with the tombstone into the AA. It was just man. Yep. And then them two have that embrace. because obviously Cena's only really he's been healed the whole time, so he hasn't really chance to embrace those. I mean, outside of his Elimination Chamber and Royal Rumble, he hasn't really chance to embrace his some of his longtime rivals. We didn't get a chance to see that moment with him and Punk in the ring in Saudi, or him and Randy,
right.
or definitely with him and Randy at Backlash. So obviously he gets that moment with AJ, and who knows what's going to happen when he steps in the Garden, and he steps back in Boston.
Yeah,
he steps into the 619, and then that last day. That last day is just, I'm not even know how I'm going to act. 4 days left. There it is, sitting right there. 4 like the Horseman, baby. He's 4, and them days are gonna be here, and we're gonna be live for them. And I just don't know how emotions are gonna be, but
because we got two tribal war zones, Survivor Series, and December 13th. We're not ready. I'm not ready for it. I mean, I'm not gonna be as emotional as John would, because yes, I was a Cena fan, especially through the Thugonomics in my high school days. But I wasn't that, the John Cena shirt that I bought at Netflix is the first time I ever bought a signed John Cena gear until I bought the Chain Gang jersey at WrestleMania weekend. Other than that, I've never bought any Cena merch ever, and I bought that just to pay tribute and homage. Because I always wanted a Chain Gang jersey when I was in high school, but I never had the money to do that.
That question.
Yeah.
Would people be mad if The Rock retires him? Well, Rock said on the Kelsey's podcast this week, he might have a little something to do with what's going to happen in Cena's last match, but I don't think he's going to be. I don't think it's going to be him.
Mean a little?
Listen.
A little.
John Cena hitting a 619. He might have slipped up and hurt his disc or something. I'm glad he didn't do that.
Either.
That would have been monkey butt ugly.
I was so worried. I was like, "Oh,
ugly."
No. And shout out to John on getting some New Balances. I see you, big player.
See, he needs to go holler at Snoop and get that Skechers deal, but they don't know about that.
He needs to invest in getting. He needs to invest in getting back into some ankle socks, because them old man socks were irking my soul, man.
Girl, don't do that.
I got a guy.
That old man socks are irking my soul. Shout out to Nessa.
Know what? I want to say this. Everybody is just there's been rumors that it's gonna be Gunther, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what if it's, because I saw this hint, John posted a hint. What if it's Miz?
I can see it.
I mean, I would not be mad at that, because one, that's a big sign of respect from John Cena to the Miz, because they had some good moments. I mean, Miz beat him at WrestleMania. Him and Nikki Bella and Miz and Maurice, they had that little feud going. John Cena was a big part of Miz's career and vice versa. So I could see, because it's already been reported that John Cena's final opponent has been finalized.
Yep.
So it's already been set in stone. Now, what this woman here, this is a high possibility, because based on the current events that happened last Monday and the news that broke on last Monday, Dominic Mysterio has been busy on not independent, but on live events, as well as he's been booked on the Japan tour in the main events. So it could be him, but I think it's gonna be him. I don't think he's gonna be the last opponent. He might get Cena beforehand. But
maybe a Survivor Series getting him.
I do think Dom is in the Survivor Series, get Dom back in his hometown, competing in front of Petco in that Petco Park Stadium. It makes sense. He's going to
day sheet.
Yeah, he's going to get mad pop. The pop for both of them is going to be insane. But Dom walks out and to that San Diego crowd.
Wow.
In his hometown, his birth city, and he's gonna probably have some ugly ass Padre inspired gear on. Yeah, I said it. That's hate. Yeah, I know. But it's gonna be a moment
Anybody
for
in
him.
here Padres fans?
I know, but I'm just saying because I just had to. Sorry.
Yeah.
But you know, it's gonna be epic because I'm trying to imagine how the stage is how they're building the stage for that night. Is gonna be like probably built like a Royal Rumble because you still got to have one side of the stage for each shark cage for War Games.
Yep. He goes. It's 4 dates. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, I'm just thinking Dom in San Diego is perfect, and I don't know who you put for the Garden for either Garden show, but Dom in San Diego should be a given. And if it's for the Intercontinental title, this a way, obviously, to get the belt off Dom and give Cena the Grand Slam before he goes, and then Dom can start pursuing continue the dominance with AAA probably. Let's go.
This
That.
one here. This one here.
No,
No,
Don't
do that. Don't do that. I don't like
that there.
We're trying to make it to Saturday night's main event. Are you kidding me?
I don't like that.
No, I think he's saying as Cena's final
Ron
opponent.
is the last opponent. Oh my god!
Oh, yeah. So we're gonna kill Cena.
Somebody's gonna have a journey down in the last night.
We're gonna tsunami Cena on his way out.
Hey, passing the torch to Braun Breaker. I mean, the man is a featured world champion main eventer.
But Trail, he already got a torch?
I'm personally not saying it's Braun Breaker. I'm just saying that's what TJ is saying, that we can't really rule that out because
I am. I don't want to.
You never know.
I don't want to see it. I'm gonna rule it out. Yeah,
I'm still praying, hoping, wishing for Oba. I really would love to see that. I know that might be too soon. I know it might be out of.
So you're gonna have Oba sending Cena to the upper room.
Yeah.
Look, better than taking a tsunami and you boo-booing on yourself on live TV.
Man, that's gonna cost us reparations, but that's a whole other. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, we're gonna be taking those back.
He gonna send Cena to the upper room. Cena gonna be in the upper room.
But I keep my eye on it. But I will keep my eye on that because I want to see what happens and how we have it next week. Because obviously we haven't seen Oba back on TV since he lost to Ricky Saints. So
hey, I can see it to be Carmelo battle of the Boston natives, the Massachusetts natives.
That should be who she facing Boston. I know some people.
Yes,
that's who she facing Boston. Put Bella in Boston. I know some people are gonna say bring Sheamus out for old time's sake because of the Celtics.
Nope.
If it's Carmelo Hayes or
pass the torch to Melo,
that would. And obviously, he has this feud now. He's been turned on the Miz. And remember, John Cena.
That's JT.
Yeah, that definitely is JT. John Cena made one appearance at NXT. Who corner was he in?
Carmelo.
There it is.
That would be the biggest rub for Melo and to pass the torch to Melo and putting a young star over. And then have the Miz be jealous of that.
Yep.
Because Miz gonna be like, that should be me to retire John Cena.
I think somebody said it earlier. Miz has been complaining that he has not been considered for the final opponent for John Cena. So if you do have Carmelo be that final opponent, it plays
and Miz to that dynamic.
Yeah.
Yep. And it'd be like, it should be me. And then you have, let's say you have Miz versus Melo, winner gets Cena. And obviously Melo beats Miz.
I know there's the rumor about the tournament in his last match.
You could insert.
Yep,
You
and then
could
have Melo beat Miz. You kill one stone there, and then you ascend to. I mean, what didn't Cena have an interaction with Melo and Melo arrived on the scene?
Melo called him. He pulled up the NXT.
Yep.
And yeah, that was the only time they really interacted and basically gave him that pep talk. And then, gave Shrek that rub as well.
And John, hold on now, because I could play into it too now. Because we know that Trick only went after that NXT title after Cena had that talk with him. So I mean, it all makes sense. If it was Melo, it would all make sense.
You just gotta play the.
I think I'm hoping
game to figure out who's going to be Cena's last 4 opponents.
Sure,
I'm hoping. Because I'm hoping.
6 degrees of separation.
I'm hoping and banking that it's gonna be Melo. And it's crazy because WWE people they're having ticket problems because more people are trying to buy tickets to see Cena's last stand. So
Did
it's like
how many tickets?
You think they're gonna move the venue?
It was like 60-something thousand, right?
A lot.
That's 3 times what the arena can hold. 3 times.
And I think I saw the cheapest ticket was like 200, I think.
Yeah.
Listen,
275, I think.
This is the price that people paid to see Kobe's last game, that people are going to pay to see LeBron's final game, whenever that is. People want to be part of history to say that they saw Cena's last match.
What?
Huh?
I saw a question. It got me. I'm trying to figure it out.
Who did Melo beat to become the NXT champion? Oh, he beat Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
He beat Braun Breaker.
So that's another person thinking it's gonna be Braun Breaker?
No,
I don't get I don't get the question.
No.
Explain that, TJ. Make it connected.
Yeah, because I'm not getting it.
I do not want to.
But now I'm hoping it is Melo, because then it's gonna prove to my point. It's gonna prove to my point that I've been saying for the past year, and people are growing impatient of how Melo was booked. And I'm like, yes, he was the number 1 draft pick, but having him come out strong and already winning these titles, he's gonna flame out quicker than anybody. Especially the fact that he would.
No way, JT.
He would. Oh no.
No. Is that JT for real?
Yes, it is,
sir.
Yes, they already paid homage to Jericho. He's already paid homage to Jericho.
Oh, by the way,
I'm not saying we're not gonna get white.
Next week we got to discuss that list.
Oh, he said no. That's not JT.
Oh, that's Dallas then. That's either Dallas or Nessa.
Well,
Dallas or Nessa.
I don't know if Nessa can go back and forth between Coach Clash and herself, but maybe
that's Dallas.
If Cena's last opponent, and I hear break the walls down, I'm turning it off. I'm turning it off. I ain't watching that. I'm lying, but I ain't watching that.
The backlash WWE would get if it is Jericho. I mean, that's who you gave us. You might as well just give us Miz.
Well, hold on, because the question then will be, why couldn't it have been Edge?
Edge has a contract. Edge has a contract.
Well, that's true.
Per storyline, he's taking time off to help with Beth Phoenix and her neck injury, because again, she got power driven to hell.
Yes, she did.
So he's taking care of her. He'll be back in AEW in no time. So it's not gonna be Edge, and I'm hoping it's not Jericho. I'm staying on. It's Braun Breaker. I'm not Braun. Damn it! They got me saying Braun Breaker. Melo. What if Braun starts hunting Cena to be his last opponent, especially after making Seth Melo steps?
I don't know.
How you gonna? Okay, so Melo's on SmackDown. Cena is right now spending his last tour on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
how would they have Melo just show up on Raw? Because Cena's no longer going on SmackDown. So now I'm like, how would it be Melo if Cena's no longer making any appearances on SmackDown?
Just play the angle that he's coming back home. That he's coming back home. That he's coming home too.
Yeah,
That's
but that
all
would
right.
require Cena to go to SmackDown for a promo, but he's not due to be on SmackDown no more.
Good point.
No.
Or do they just do it off the fly?
No, don't like it.
Or they just do it off the rip?
No, don't like it. Me no
What you-
like.
Do what you thinking?
Oh yeah, I'm not buying this either. No, I'm
No.
not buying.
There's
this.
JT.
No,
Okay.
I'm not buying this.
Why you gotta
But
say it
that-
that way? Jericho will be free.
He would.
I would.
I mean, I'm not
pissed,
saying
though.
I'm not
just
saying Jericho's not going to show up to WWE, but for the face Cena, nah.
I did see a
This
lot of
could
crazy
happen.
people. Okay, well, and Trail, we talked about this before. Melo did put out a tweet with Dominic
For Dominic Mysterio with Dominic won. Yep.
and he did say, not for long. So
He can beat
that
Miz,
could
get
happen.
rid of Miz, and then move over to the red brand.
Yep. But
TJ
Braun
is not
Breaker,
Braun
I
Breaker.
do not want that. No, TJ.
That man's going to heaven. That man's going to heaven if it is Braun.
His last match, I ain't trying to see Cena wheeled out on no stretcher.
Not me either.
Oh
I'll be very
man,
devastated.
but yeah, that's not gonna happen. But then we also had.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you did see what?
I did see people saying that Jericho is going to be the new leader of the Vision.
Then what's the point of Braun Breaker saying he's the leader?
Thank you.
Yeah, come on, people. Be better.
I'm not. I'm kind of tired of Jericho being in factions.
Jericho
I'm saying.
old. He old.
Listen. I'm tired of Jericho being in factions, and why you gonna have Braun Breaker talk about he's the leader if Jericho's gonna show up and be the leader?
Do you want
The
to see
only
Chris
reason-
Jericho put his shirt off? I don't.
Yeah, baby.
Nope.
I don't want to see no. There's no Judas in her. There's no Judas in Faith's mind right now.
Nope.
There's a lot of things in her mind, but yeah, it ain't Judas.
You don't want to get in this head. I'm trying to tell you.
Hey yo.
Hey, yo.
This head is
But-
diabolical over here. I'm just saying.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry,
But
Big
this
Lou.
next,
Hey, your head is diabolical.
this
That is an approval
hey,
message.
you know what? This could be diabolical in a good way, but that's none of my business.
That is true. That is true.
Like he said.
But this match kind of almost gave Cena and AJ a run for its money, and that is the men's crown jewel between Cody and Seth Rollins. This match itself cooked because there was a story within this that Cody was 3-0 against Seth Rollins. That watch was basically the centerpiece of this match. Seth Rollins got it done on his own, with of course the help of the watch. But that headbutt was a crazy spot because I didn't know what he was gonna do. People were saying he was gonna do the coast to coast. I'm like, I don't see it, because if he tries the coast to coast, he's gonna wind up like Zoe Stark. So he went for that headbutt coast to coast was actually pretty dope. But I remember Rollins saying afterwards that he was going to have some ramifications of doing that spot. And boy, we getting that later of what he meant by that. But
Jesus,
Seth
man.
Rollins got the dub over Cody Rhodes. He got that monkey off his back and became the men's crown jewel champion. But in doing so,
JT.
oh, what did JT
JT,
say?
please stop.
Nah, come on, JT. Now you just messing with people tonight, dude.
Just
It's not Roman. It's
JT,
not Roman.
JT definitely bored right now. He messing with us right now.
I love my
Roman
old
Reigns is 2 and
but no,
Roman Reigns is 2-0 against Cena. Is gonna stay that way. Um, but Seth Rollins has actually not. He made history while winning the men's Crown Jewel Championship for the 5th time in his lifetime. He's became a double champion,
yeah,
Mm.
which is again. He's one of those guys, just like Tiffany Stratton. He's one of those guys that you got to put respect on his name because if there's a Mount Rushmore of workhorses, this man is on that list. I
I'm
mean,
looking
I
at
would call him the goat of workhorses.
I'm looking at the thigh.
But yeah, I get it. I get it. But this man has been a double champion multiple times, so that adds to his Hall of Fame resume. If they went by ballots, I think this man would be first ballot. Um, but that is your 2025 Crown Jewel champs: Stephanie Valcour, Seth Rollins.
Yep.
That's better. Is it better than Cody and Liv Morgan from last year?
Yes. Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, it was. That was
Absolutely.
even close. Wasn't even close.
So, I mean, shout out to Seth and that undeniable feat. And again, capping off Stephanie Valcour's rookie year. I think the greatest female rookie year I've seen in a long time. This is better than Bianca's rookie season because Bianca's rookie season ended at WrestleMania for her becoming women's champion. This woman became 3 women's champions in 3 different divisions in the
Yep.
calendar year, and she hasn't even reached her 1-year debut yet.
Nope.
This is on
That's your
path
wife.
to rival. Yes, she has the same rookie year that Kurt Angle's had. He was Intercontinental Champion, European Champion, and became WWE WWF Champion. I think within the calendar year, or maybe he
Yep.
went over a little bit. I don't remember, but that's never been done since. And yes, me too. I do miss the guilty Bianca Belair,
That-
because
Don't worry, she'll be back. I know it. I know
uh,
it.
until she actually comes out, and this is all unless WWE puts this to bed and puts it on the rug and it never and act like we never happened. The girl's not beating those allegations until she's been proven innocent.
In a sense,
She's not beating
Yeah,
those allegations.
we
She's
all
not.
want guilty Bianca back. We all want her back.
yeah. So
Yes.
y'all so diabolical.
Listen, hey,
Mhm.
it is what it is. But we wasn't done. Faith, John, the weekend wasn't over
No, it wasn't.
because speaking of Boston, Boston had a little event, and that was obviously they had Bound for Glory, and I'm gonna go over 2 matches that pretty much were the highlight and the main focus on this.
Yup.
This is true.
Faith said that Cena and AJ Styles was match of the night.
Not so fast, my
Oh,
friend.
Here we go.
Not so fast, my friend.
Was it match of
I
the
walked into
weekend
it.
because Leon
This
Slater defended his X Division championship against the young Goji Javon Evans in a banger. And when I say banger, this was a banger. These 2 kids ball.
Oh my
I
god.
mean, this
Oh
is
my
another one that had a standing ovation before they even locked horns because everybody knew what was going to happen. And they was giving them praises now because they was in for something. I mean, they was little brother each other with the fake pretend slaps or whatever. They was listen, Lena, you can spike wherever you want. Guilty until proven innocent. as Stone Cold Steve
No.
Austin will always say. So, but yeah, this match cooked, John, and I like how Leon was challenging Javon to do a chop off, and Javon was just setting it up. He's like, I got you, and it hits him with a cutter. This match was everywhere, and I loved it. And then not only did they cook, this match cooked so good that it ended in a double count out.
Man.
The fans were screaming, "Let them fight! 5 more minutes."
I was
Santino
screaming.
comes out. Was like, "We gonna run this 5 more minutes." I'm like, "Bet." That match was about to kick off in a banger, and then of course the lights went out, and the YNs themselves, Dark State, spoiled the plans, took both of them out. Me personally, I like how that ended because that's how it's supposed to end because we're guaranteed to get another match between these two down the road. But to have them throw this match out because of interference, I mean, some people didn't like it. I personally didn't have a problem with it, but the match did cook. So, John, I know you're dying to talk about it, bro. Dude, this match, it rivals Cena and AJ because you had a classic of the OGs and a classic of the YNs.
Dude, you know what I was doing at 21 years old?
Do we need to know that publicly?
I was just about to ask.
Yes, it's okay. It's nothing graphic. I was in school and I was working part-time at Target at 21.
Shut up, Target.
These dudes was putting on 5-star matches on the biggest stage in a big market. Imagine that. Look, last week, Faith, I had Javon Evans as my We Acknowledge. Just a simple fact based off, his match was coming off the match with Sammy. He made his debut in pro wrestling at 13, wearing the luchador mask, to the Jay Malachi stint in AEW, to when he got the NXT at 20, and to making his first match on national TV on SmackDown at 21. Leon Slater clearly is the embodiment of the Hardy Boys. You can't tell me that if I was to find out that Leon Slater is literally Jeff Hardy's son, I would not have been I would not be surprised. But these young boys cooked with hot grease. It don't even make no sense how great of a match this was. And I agree with Trail. I was glad it ended in a count out at first because I didn't want to see a loser. And then here comes Dark State, which clearly shows that this isn't far from over with these two. So we're gonna get these two dudes running it back. First, Leon Slater got to take care of his boss's future son-in-law on Tuesday, but then we can get this classic back, and it got to be on a big PLE stage, man. It ain't even close. I'm done, man. 21 years old, putting on pretty much a match you could probably say was match of the year. 21, two young brothers, one from the UK, one from North Kakalaka, putting on probably the match of the year.
They both did the Spider-Man point. I don't know if y'all caught that. They both did the Spider-Man point. They pointed at each other.
They are for real Spider-Man memes.
It's like TNA and WWE literally had one version of the other. Like they literally had their own YN, and both of them were cooking. Faith, what'd you think of this match?
Well, now that I done put my foot in my mouth,
it happens,
and y'all let me walk right into that. I'm still gonna say Cena and AJ were match of the night for Crown Jewel. Now, TNA, this was my first time actually watching their events. I've seen highlights, kind of caught bits and pieces, but first off, amazing through and through. This match, though, match of the year contender. I
Mm,
I have to.
mm.
When Devon hit that cutter, no, the RKO into a cutter,
Mm.
I was almost up out my seat. If my knee was
She
not
was.
braced, I would have got up.
That was insane.
That match,
That could
It
be like
was.
an ultimate heel move. You could tell that dude grew up watching as a fan of Randy Orton.
right?
Yeah.
You could
Like,
tell he,
I'm sorry, you couldn't have told me that Javon did not grow up in the household with Randy and his wife and was the adopted stepson, like in one of them Tyler Perry moves. Okay, you couldn't have told me
Not
because
the
he
Tyler
does
Perry.
it so good. But
effort.
Yeah.
this match gave me drama. It gave me edge of my seat. It gave me what's coming next. It gave me the wow factor. It pissed me off a little bit. I got happy again and then was pissed off again. But at the end of the night, it had me thirsting for more. I got to see them two young brothers cut up again.
That's gonna happen.
Yeah. Me too. Me too. Because you saw Javon's face when Stacks got that match against Leon. He had to look like no. Well, hold up.
Right,
He was not happy that
right.
he's gonna want that rematch, and to see them get all happy and joking with each other when they was but they had that conversation with the Hardy Boys. It's like, man, this is dope. It's like you just met a new homie. Like y'all like scrapped it out just for fun. No beef,
Yep.
and they scrapped it out for fun. And they kids, man. They homies. It's like they're living a dream that no normal 20-something-year-old would be living right now, especially of our color.
I hope that
So
doesn't happen.
See, I don't think they recruit Javon. I think Javon calls the shots. If that was to happen. Javon a boss. Javon, don't call me young OG. When you you an OG of anything, you don't take orders from people. You give out the orders.
Mhm.
yeah, I honestly don't see them. I don't see him joining Darkseid. I think
Yeah,
if I would ever give him an actual leader, I still would have Trick.
I do too.
That's a
But
good one.
these two are gonna run it back, and I got them running it back on an NXT show. Because you got Halloween Havoc coming up, and then
Yep,
I'm pretty sure you got November coming up as well. I'm pretty sure they're gonna have some type of show in November or
of course.
December. But those two
They're going to
will
the
run it
garden.
back
They're going to
again.
the garden. They're going to the garden tonight after Cena's last garden appearance.
I would love to see them run it back and get a definitive winner once and for all. Because those two was
Perfect.
magic.
Perfect.
Now I got
Lives in
a
the garden.
question. I got a question for the chat. John, you had all day to think about it. Um, Faith, I'm gonna ask you,
Mhm.
who had match of the weekend? The youngins or the OGs?
That is not fair.
I know, right? And I done had 8 hours to think about this. Try being at my desk, and he walks up to me asking me this. I'm like, dude, you really? This is what we on right now? He asked me this.
Trail, you diabolical. Let me think. Okay.
Boy,
I'm
Let
thinking
me
about
let
it.
me let me let me
Jeopardy music.
answer. Oh, I don't even have that video here. Dang it. Okay, never mind.
Play Becky. Play Becky. Just
I need to think about this because I've been mulling this all day.
okay. Match of the weekend.
Oh yeah, I do have it. Yeah, I am diabolical because
I'm the tribal chief around here. Yeah, you see me, the tribal chief. That's right.
Yeah, I had some tribal chief type shit. Oh man, Cena, AJ,
Man.
the youngins.
Damn it, Trail.
I'm
God.
still gonna give it to the OGs, and I think because I think we're never gonna see a moment like we did with Cena and AJ ever again. But Javon and Leon Slater could have one of those feuds that we're gonna be talking about for the next 10 years, as long as this partnership is going on. And if they are ever in the same company together, we know that with them two are to come, if Javon Evans ended up in TNA, that they would be the new AJ Styles or Christopher Daniels or Amazing Red of the X division. Or if Leon Slater made his way to NXT, they can be that new, a more hyped up version of Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, or Finn Balor, or shit. I'm going to see the AJ. I'm going to see the AJ. I'm going to
Who
see
you
the AJ.
guys? Who you guys got in the chat? Lena, TJ, JT, Faith. You figured it out yet? You
Okay. Okay, I got it.
Let the dollar make a work. Party till I die with my chin up high. Fuck 'em up, fuck 'em back.
Oh, I'm gonna go with Cena and AJ. Big Goose had a lot. I do agree. We can see Jovan and Leon again. We're not gonna get the magic that we got. It's the way I see it is like, and I mean this in the most respectful way. Y'all don't be coming for my neck. Okay. It's like Geritol or Jägermeister. Where am I going?
Mm-hmm. Good point. Good point.
I gotta give it to the Geritol. I gotta give it to the Geritol. Cena and AJ, what they did in that ring was something that not only kept us captivated, kept us on the edge of our seats, gave us that wow factor, but it was nostalgic, especially for those of us that grew up during like ruthless aggression all the way to now. Right? That was a moment, the way Cena started the match, giving AJ that shine all the way through. They hit everybody's finishers. They showcased their skills were still there. They left they new balances in the ring. Okay. They left the Geritol and the Biofreeze and they gave it to us raw. And I liked it. Okay.
Why they gotta be raw? Why they gotta be raw? Why you gotta be raw? Me personally, I'm gonna give it to Cena and AJ, but it's the reason that I said over the weekend. The only reason why I gave them the edge was that Bray Wyatt tribute.
Yeah.
That trumps everything.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't expecting that one, and then when it hit, and then the aftermath of when it hit, that it's like, damn.
Yeah.
That to me, that won it. That was match of the weekend, because again, that Javon and Leon, that was close. If it wasn't for that Bray Wyatt, I think those two definitely would have got it. But also history was also made because the Puerto Rican Jey Uso, Santana, tell me when I'm lying. Mike Santana finally wins the TNA World Heavyweight Championship by being the one that I called for months. And John also said it. For months, I said this. TNA was not getting their title back until Bound for Glory. And it was going to be Mike Santana. And he did it. The man did it. And it was a beautiful moment because
Yeah. Yep.
yeah, he did it for his daughter. And
did.
John, I already know where you're going because you're a girl dad yourself. So I know that's gonna get you in the fields. But I knew he was winning because the closing sequence of that match, he looked to his baby. And usually, if a man was gonna lose, he would look to his family and be like, "I love you. I gave it all I had, or something like that." And you knew he was going down. He
Right.
looked at his daughter and was like, "I got you."
And don't
He looked
dismiss
at
what
it.
his daughter did either.
Oh no, she slapped the bejesus out of Trick Williams and with a smile on her face
Yep.
while I add to it. She understood the assignment. She was like, "Oh, I'm you think I won't?"
But she did.
and and she did. And what was cool about it is he presented the title to her. She puts it over her shoulder and she's looking at it and rubbing on it, like, because not a lot of kids see their parents again, especially when they go through, addiction and all that stuff.
Yeah.
John was one of the lucky ones to, see his father be a better person before he took that step into the afterlife as an adult. Sometimes you lose your family when you're an addict. And the fact that he took upon it himself to like tell his daughter, "Hey, I got an issue. I gotta go take care of this for you, and I'll be back." And he upheld that promise and delivered her the World Heavyweight Championship. That I thought was cool.
Yeah.
Faith, I'm gonna get your thoughts on it, and I'm gonna save John for last because like I said, him being a girl dad, I know he's gonna have a lot to say about it. So, Faith, your thoughts on seeing Santana finally whoop that trick, so to speak.
Um, couple things. And what Dallas? Who's supposed to be scared? Talking about don't make me pull up.
Shit.
And TJ, you wasn't deceived. You wasn't deceived. He is the Puerto Rican Roman Reigns, but he's also the Puerto Rican Jey Uso.
Mhm.
This match was such a good match, and I do see, and I think I told you guys when we were watching it, I do see why you compare him to Jey Uso. He's that underdog that connects with the audience. They can see life with him. And so I don't know. I didn't know all the struggles until I did some research after I heard you all talking about it with Mike Santana. But to have his daughter there and the way he brought her in the ring, like I said, the match, amazing, great. But the moment that stood out to me was definitely having his daughter in the ring, handing her the belt, and laying at her feet. And it was almost like he was saying, no matter what, you can stand on daddy. Daddy got you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Bobby got you. That moment meant a lot to a lot of people. I can bet you. I can bet you. For those
Mm-hmm.
that know Mike Santana's story, his struggles, going through recovery, um, that probably spoke volumes to somebody else out there that is dealing with the same things, fighting the same demons, so to speak, for them to see that he could do it and
That's
come
right.
out on top after all the struggles and the battles and everything else. What an
Mm-hmm.
inspirational way to one, show a father taking care of his daughter and giving his daughter the recognition, but also showcasing that although people said I was this, I'm no longer that, and now I'm a champion. Like he said, he's the chosen one. So I loved everything about it.
Yeah. John.
First off, congratulations to Mike Santana, the entire Santana family. This was your night. I know everyone wanted it to happen at Slammiversary. His hometown, he had the guy who did his theme music walking him out to the stage because it was a big fight field. It's him. It's
Mm.
Trick Williams. It's Joe Hendry. The stakes are high. It wasn't the time yet.
Mm-mm.
This was the moment. How you go from being a tag team specialist in LAX to going to AEW, being a part of the inner circle with Chris Jericho, then have to get put on a shelf because of injury, from blood and guts, to leaving AEW to head back to TNA as a solo as a solo star, fighting demons of alcoholism, which my daddy fought along with drugs, only to sober up, get right, have everyone will have your back, and on the biggest stage, you fulfilled a boyhood dream. You are a world heavyweight champion. Not many people can say that in this business. And you look at the list of names they have who were former world champions in TNA. He joins AJ Styles. He joins Samoa Joe. He joins Sting. He joins Kurt Angle. He joins RVD. He joins Jeff Hardy. You name them. You name them. They've all held that gold. And now he's one of them. Moose, Joe Hendry, Nick Nemeth, Mike Santana. And to the point, and the final point, which is the best for me, was talking about his daughter. I lived it. I was that little girl who had a parent dealing with substance abuse. My daddy was a stone cold crackhead the first 20 years of my life. But he got right the final 14 years of the final 14, the next 14 years, and the final 14 of his. He never picked up a drink, never never hit a pipe ever again. And he had the best relationship with me that any father or son can ever have. And that young girl is going to remember that moment that her dad gave her in that center ring. This ain't about me. It's always been about you. And that's what most parents will always do. So I tell them, it's big. There's things bigger than this business. And you're that thing that's bigger than business. Giving her that moment, she'll always remember. I was in the ring when my daddy won his first world championship. He can win Mike 10 more titles, but that one moment at Bound for Glory will always be remembered from here into the rest of wrestling history. So I'm happy for Mike Santana. I seen the picture of the entire locker room greeting him, and who was in the front? Trick Williams. Trick Williams knew what he did. He understood the assignment. Let's help get TNA back. Let's help get TNA to a spot where people need to recognize them as one of the marquee promotions in this business. It's time to hand it over and let the real soldiers do the work. And that's what Mike Santana's going to do.
Yep. So I'm looking forward to seeing the reign of the Boiqua badass of Mike Santana and what he brings. Because yeah, like John said, it would have been cool if he won the Slammiversary, but from a triple threat, it wouldn't hit as opposed to at the pay-per-view. Like I said before, this is TNA's WrestleMania of show. This is their key show. Mm-hmm. So if TNA was going to get something back, it was going to be that championship, and it was going to be there. And boy, we can't leave this match and talk about championship and not speak of the almost catastrophic ending.
Oh my god, dude!
To this match, because earlier in the night, the Car Shot Gauntlet match. I just fast forward through all this. Nick Nemeth and Frank Kazarian did the Bret Hart Lex Luger type ending, and both somehow wind up winning the Car Shot trophy. So, and I predicted later on that night, I'm like, when they was arguing, I'm like, Kazarian's gonna try to cash in first. Nick Nemeth tried to cash in first. He got stopped. Frankie was like, okay, I'm here, run it. The referee's like, doofus, you need the trophy in order to cash it in to win the championship.
You would think the dude who just won, who was literally the Mr. Call Your Shot from a year ago, would know would not forget the rules.
Yeah, and he's like, ring the bell, ring the bell. He's like, I can't. You need the trophy. So before he can get the trophy, hey, he spin the block and got laid out. So I'm anxious to see how Nick Namath and Frankie will move forward being co-owners of this trophy, because you can't cash in without the other one being present unless somehow someone gets taken out, an unfortunate injury, which I would never wish upon anybody, or this ends in a triple threat for that championship. So ain't no telling how long they gonna let this go on, because the first time Frankie had it for a long time. So I'm glad it didn't happen, because me and John were like, oh shit.
I was sitting there like, man, do
Like,
not let
don't
do not take this night from this dude, man.
you mean to tell me they had this man win and lose in front of his family? I was like, yo. So that's gonna be interesting. But that was TNA in a nutshell. Shout out to everyone else in the pay-per-view, because the pay-per-view cooked. That was our debut watch along for TNA, and there will be more of those to come.
It was
And
so good.
I'm glad Faith got her first experience with TNA, so maybe it'd be something to, because I know Monty she's a TNA head, so it was
Yeah,
good to have Monty there. So now
it
having
was.
ATD covering TNA, because they all
TNA.
about the TNA, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yes. Or we
Not only are we about the TNA, we got that TNA.
that you do. That you do. I ain't, and you'll get no judgment here. I'm John Watson. I approve this message.
But I
that's
do
what I
thank
meant.
you guys for
Mm-hmm.
allowing us to be with y'all that night. TNA Bound for Glory was definitely fun. Introduced me to some new match types, some new characters. The zombie dude, I'm cool. I'm cool with zombie. I'm cool.
Some of Mance Warner. Yeah. He's usually not that creepy. He's not that zombie. Like he's more of a
No,
creep than he is. He's more of a creep
dude,
and a badass. I think he
dude,
just was feeling
dude,
the Halloween spirit.
No,
dude is
no.
weird.
Y'all know I don't do scary movies. I'm sorry. But that kissing and the blood on it, I don't care if it was fake. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Oh, and before we finish off, Lena did bring
Yes.
up a good point. We can't move on without speaking
Oh,
of
man,
the final match between the Dudleys and
that match.
the Hardys. That match cooked, and that pretty much spelled the end of the legendary Dudley Boys career. They took
Yep.
off their boots and they handed them to the Hardys, saying that that's it. And shout out to Spike Dudley for making an
What
appearance
a
one
thought,
last
man.
time. I was like, when I seen that little bald headed dude come out there looking like a, anyway, I was like, yo, that's Spike. That was like, you want to talk about Team Geritol, but anyway,
Stop
they
it.
that match took very very well care of Devon, because we was all wondering how Devon was going to operate. So Jeff put him through a table. I'm like, all right, this is gonna be all Bubba, because Bubba can still carry the match.
Yeah, Brother Ryan
And
was
when
there.
Bubba
Brother Ryan was there.
and
Not
when
Brother
Bubba
Brian.
realized that was his
That was his
TNA name,
TNA.
yeah. So
I mean,
when Bubba realized the gig was up, he was like, just do it. And they put him through the table, and that was it. That was a cool moment. That was another OGs giving us a good match, and so shout out to the Dudleys for that. But we're gonna move on to Monday.
oh boy.
Oh Jesus. Let me get my notes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready
Good
for this.
old, good old Monday. You know, Seth Rollins was sitting on top of the world. You know, he
Mm,
comes in, gives his victory speech,
mm.
gloating that, he took care of Cody all by himself. And then there was a triple threat match. The winner would get Seth Rollins in the World Heavyweight Championship. Main event Jey Uso, LA Knight, yeah, and
Yeah.
one CM Punk. That match was good. It was great. Everyone had their fan favorites, whatever. CM Punk wins, ultimately wins the match. Here comes Seth Rollins in the Vision. Braun Breaker was like a rabid dog that got loose from the house, ran through them and speared Jey Uso to oblivion. Then they beat down LA Knight, and then they beat down CM Punk,
Yep.
and they stood tall. And I'm like, all right, this wasn't a bad Monday Night Raw. This is Monday Night Raw actually cooked. And again, we all woke up at 4:30 in the morning for this show. The show cooked, and we was getting ready to sign off and be like, oh, that was a good show. The 2025 graphic, all rights reserved, blah blah blah, popped up. I'm like, oh, this was it. No, it wasn't.
That is a crisis photo.
You didn't have to do that.
No, it wasn't, because when this Seth Braun
back
Breaker. Oh, one more time. Run it back.
One more time. You sound like you like Marlon Wayans and Don't Be a Menace. Woo, one more time.
Oh my God, with his
So-
heels all out.
So Braun Breaker was pretty much in a different zone the entire night after Seth Rollins saying that he didn't need anybody to get to where he's at and beat Cody Rhodes. Braun Breaker was in the corner, turns
Mhm.
around and spears Seth Rollins into oblivion.
I was like,
And
holy
then
Bobby Blue.
Paul Heyman was looking like, what the hell is going on? Braun Breaker, actually, when I look back and watch that video, Braun Breaker saw that spirit and just stared at him like a bunch of kids going, hey, you want to see a dead body? And he just stare at it. That was Bronson Reed. He was just staring at it, didn't move. He just looked. Kind of makes me think he knew that was going to happen.
Mhm. Yep.
Braun was like, hey, you can roll with me or you can roll with him. Nigga said, bet. Pull that nigga to the side, hit that tsunami, like, hey, remember this?
Mhm.
Hit that tsunami, looked at Paul Heyman's like, hey, you already know what the deal is. Paul Heyman looked, he's like, shit.
Yeah, I'm not stupid.
So pretty much Monty was like, this couldn't have happened to literally because our coworker at work, shout out to Sully, she said she went back and watched our show and she was
She
like,
did.
it was like a domino effect. One by one, our face changed to what in
She was like,
the
she was,
hell
she was like,
just
it was
happened?
Monty's face, then it was yours, then it was Trail's, and then it was Faith's, and I was like, oh my God, like it was so. I'm like, yeah, that shit was still.
And then
I'm still. Go ahead.
And before we get you guys' thoughts, that was another face that was shocked. She wasn't on our show, but I'm pretty sure she was just shocked as everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by that is we have another guest, and it's everyone's favorite techie.
Oh,
That is Miss Mimi is right. What's up, Mimi?
Yes.
Oh,
Not the twerking tip.
I mean, I know it's late,
Yeah.
and it's late, and she got that smile going. I love it. She'll brighten up any room. You know what I mean?
Fresh from the coffee table. Fresh from the coffee table. From the morning show coffee table. Live from the morning show coffee table. Coffee table.
And,
Yes.
and shout out to the Mimi Morning Show. If I
For
was on
real.
vacation, when next time I'm
Yeah.
on vacation, I'm hitting you up because I listen. It's my mission to hit all of CCN, and I gotta get some of that morning coffee with the morning techie. You know what I'm saying? But
It's your mission to hit all of CC intro.
Hey,
Hey.
yo!
she
That's
did
why
not
I
just get me.
love her.
Hey,
That's why I love
yo!
her.
She
That's
did
insane.
not. Listen.
No, she didn't. No.
That's my girl. That is my
Listen,
home.
hey,
Yes,
hey,
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
hey.
It's crazy how I got straight out of Compton on my TV and she just comes in here with no Vaseline.
Mimi
Hey.
came in here and said, "Phew."
No,
Just
she
like
came
you
in here
did.
was like,
Yep.
And just shooting shots. Just basically.
she did one of my jokes. Shout out to you, Mimi. Shout out to you.
I'm gonna
That's
give her a hand
Hit
clap on that.
all of CCN's show. All of CCN shows.
There
Let me
you go.
There we
let me
go.
reiterate that.
Complete the sentence.
JT was
I
like,
actually
what?
had to add that extra in there. Hey,
Uh-oh.
Hey,
hold
yo!
on.
Miss
Wait,
Nina.
whoa.
Wait,
hold
what?
on.
Trail,
Wait a
you
minute.
gonna have to
No.
handle this, sir. You gonna have to
No.
handle this.
No. I've never kicked no one off this. No, don't know. I mean, there's jokes.
He completed the sentence. It's
There's jokes,
clarified.
but
We
then
clarified.
there's that, and we don't do that.
These handcuffs.
Never. As so much support I show on the women of CCN, no. No.
I don't agree with the first part of that. Handcuff part, everybody. Never mind. Erica.
Hey,
Listen,
yo!
she
Hey, yo.
listen. No, I'm gonna clear that up real quick because I take stuff like that seriously, because that can lead to allegations that are not true and not needed.
Okay.
And last thing CCE needs is another allegation BS.
Oh
Anyway,
Lord. Oh Lord. Just move on. Move on, please.
anyway,
Please.
Accusations.
Mimi,
Uh-oh.
you're
Candace.
look. Hey, handcuffs, zip ties, whatever.
OTC.
What?
Everyone used hand?
She's trying to. She don't want to feel this. She
Oh.
didn't want to fill in the blank. But I think we
See,
know what.
Finishing sentences have become a theme in the last 3 minutes. But anyway, Mimi, your thoughts on pretty much the last minute swerve of Braun Breaker, pretty much end the vision, kicking Seth Rollins out.
I mean, I'm not surprised. Oh, the only thing I'm surprised about was how soon it came.
Mhm.
That's the only thing I'm surprised about. Honestly, because Bert Sienna has been giving him the side eye for a while now.
Is wild.
No, it's not.
I never heard anyone call him Burnt Cena. That is awesome.
Bert Sienna, yes, the crayon,
Burnt
his, his
Sienna.
tan, and
Damn, Bert Cena.
Mhm.
it looks like the crayon Burnt Sienna. It's his color.
That's one of my favorite colors
that's
too.
funny.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I'm just surprised at how quickly it came. But with allegedly his shoulder, like it makes sense,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was, yeah.
Some people thought his arm was
It's
going to
like we
swing
saw
down
it.
that
It's
night.
like we.
I
It's
and
like
I
we
was
called
especially
it,
yeah, like I knew like it was coming, but
but
especially
it was
after like
still
the
what the.
it still was, and especially after he won. But at the same time, it actually kind of does make sense after he won, like Crown Jewel 2, because that means he's at the tippity 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 top.
Righteous.
And
Mhm.
what goes up must come down. So yeah, it's just yeah.
That is true.
But
I would.
I'm just
It was so
now
crazy.
I'm just looking forward to next Raw. And
I
what's that gonna look like?
I have been saying, and I think Trell and John can back me up on this. I have been saying for a little while now, just a very recent little while, that Seth was not a heel, that he was a baby face surrounded by heels.
I saw the room earlier when you said that. That
Okay.
makes a lot of sense.
Mhm.
And I keep saying it, and someone asked me, why do you keep saying that? Because of this. A heel, I want y'all to think about Roman
Mhm.
when he was in that Golden Glove era.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. A heel
Mhm.
would have seen that coming. A heel would have calculated for that. But what Seth did not see coming is that this was the plan all along. Paul Heyman was never there for
Mhm.
Seth, ever, not once.
Oh no, and I knew that too. Like that's kind of like, I don't know, that's kind of obvious, even for someone like me who's kind of new, like getting back into it.
Mhm.
You read the room. Like,
Exactly.
Paul Heyman's out for Paul Heyman.
And,
Well, that's
and
not what I'm saying either.
wait, do you think
yeah.
that he's like, do you think he did that for Roman?
Hey, listen,
That,
this
that,
multiverse
that
theories is
diabolical he
always
did.
out there. I'm telling
I'm gonna
you,
say,
Roman Reigns has learned a lot, and he's calculated now. This isn't the same big dog that left the Shield. This man, being under Paul Heyman's wisdom, has given him wisdom, and he's gonna, when it's all said and done, he's gonna outsmart Seth Rollins, the architect, in a way that nobody sees coming. And if
You know
and if
what? You know what I also just thought about though, and why I would understand why you said that. Because like, didn't The Rock, Final Boss, didn't he like give Roman the Ulafala?
mhm, mhm,
Yeah.
So it's kind of like how The Rock would act. I mean, look, if you look at like how the John Cena turn went
mhm,
and how he kind of that whole
mhm.
like kind of like that, like it was kind of like that was yeah, that was like that could have been like Roman's version of that.
Yeah, and it'll be his way to the rite of passage of becoming the high chief because now he's more wiser, he's more thinking 10 steps ahead. And for Rollins, he's had many. I think this all could have been avoided if he actually listened more to Paul Heyman, because I think this also sped up the process. Remember when Cody was in the ring on SmackDown a couple weeks ago? Paul told Seth, "Don't do it. This man is in your head.
Mm-hmm.
Let it go." He didn't let it go, and Paul Heyman was like, he was holding the guys back. He was like, "Nope, let him figure it out." I think that's when the plans were put into motion quicker because, all right, this dude's not listening. I mean, this isn't the first time Seth Rollins' mindset has gotten him kicked out of groups. Like, because at the end of the day, he's too much of a hothead. No matter how much he calls himself the architect, his hot headedness always comes back and bites him in the ass. And this is why, at the end of the day, Roman has been the best member out of the Shield because he knew how the landscape is and he used it to his advantage, and that's how he stayed on top. And that's why Seth is always going to be Roman's little brother because of stuff like this. And also saying that he didn't need nobody's help, and that was the final straw. Breaker was like, "Yeah, I got this."
Yeah, when he was
So
in the beginning saying all that he didn't need anyone, I was like, oh, you just made your bed.
yeah, and it's like he's like Rollins' character isn't the type you can mold and teach because you can teach, but then he'll still want to do it his way in the end. Like people like Punk took from Paul Heyman, went on about his way. Brock Lesnar learned from Paul Heyman, and now he's smart enough to speak for himself, think for himself, and calculate for himself. I think to me personally, I still got Roman Reigns as Paul Heyman's greatest pupil because in the 4 years, 5 years, he's learned under Paul, and now it's like the man is untouchable. So, like Money said on Monday, it couldn't happen to a better guy. So, and with him having an injury like this, it's me. We all had Braun Breaker turn on Seth later on in the year, if not kicking off 2026, because I always thought that Braun Breaker was going to have a breakout year in 2026 anyway. But now, since this happened and due to his injury, we don't know how long Seth is going to be out. And from what I saw today, there's a rumor that he's due to have surgery. So if he has surgery, he's going to be gone.
Yeah.
If it's torn rotator cuff, that's 4 months. My mom had that surgery.
So, which isn't bad. I mean, it's 4 months.
And WWE hasn't said anything about it yet, right?
The rumors is he's going to have to vacate the.
Which how's he going to do that if Braun Breaker still has it?
To vacate the title. I don't know. Do you think they squash it one more time? I wouldn't think so, but it's gonna be. Something's gonna happen on TV where I don't think he just hands the title to Pierce. He basically is gonna leave it laid out. Basically, gonna call a shot like I'm coming back for this, and I'm coming back for Braun, and I'm coming back for the guy, and I'm coming back with vengeance on my heart. Some of that nature.
Right, but here's the thing though. How does Seth get that title back to relinquish it? Because at the end of Raw, when the cameras went off, Braun took that title.
Wait, who? What?
He did.
Braun Breaker took the world championship with him. He took
Pierce
it. He's like, it's mine
Pierce
now.
got to get it back. Pierce got to get it back because it's not his.
I think Braun is going to show up to Monday Night Raw with that World Heavyweight Championship, and that's where Pierce is going to be, hey, I'm going to need that back.
Yeah, definitely. So basically you don't see stuff pulling up Monday.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
He may still pull up, or maybe this was his write-off. I don't know. But I'm saying there's no way you're going to explain to me logically that you had your title stolen from him and then he just shows up Monday with it to hand it over. Like, how do you get it back from Breaker in the first place? Unless they say,
Pierce
over the weekend got it back or something, you know what I'm saying? Then okay. But it's if it's 4 months, then he'd be back in time for Mania. And this is something I was asking Faith the other day, Mimi. Does this change WrestleMania plans? Because I had Seth and Roman for the World Heavyweight Championship. What if somehow Braun Breaker gets his hands on that title? Are we going to see Seth and Braun at WrestleMania? Or do you think the plan would go? What do you see the World Heavyweight Championship moving forward with Braun Breaker?
I don't know. What popped in my head was Roman and Braun.
That has to happen at some point.
Yeah.
It does.
And that is a WrestleMania match.
It is.
It does. So does Roman's? Because I still have Roman walking out world heavyweight champion after WrestleMania. So does that instead of Seth, it's Braun? Because Seth, if it's only 4 months, Seth will be back by Mania because Mania is in April.
Yeah, I know she's saying surgery and recovery can take about 12 months, but I don't think Seth's out. I don't think Seth's done for a year. He give him
No.
at the most he's out 6 months, which will basically tie him right at Mania weekend. But I think he's back. I think he's back for Mania season.
So
Yeah, if it's 6 months, then he's missing it.
Right.
So if he gets surgery, he can be out for longer. But if he does not get surgery, is there?
I mean,
So
he's-
he can. I mean,
No.
he could opt to not get surgery, right?
The plan.
Well, he was in a sling, and Monday, if you go back and watch him, he was holding. That's why he's wearing that big ass jacket. He
I
was
know.
holding his
Yeah.
arm. Yeah. No, he's got to get surgery on that because whatever he did, he messed
The
up really
hope
bad. 'Cause he
was the hope was OTC was that he had a clean break. That's a clean break of his arm. They thought that medical people think that's actually better than having a lingering shoulder issue. He had a clean break in the arm, and he's back. They can pretty much pinpoint without surgery how he just do extensive rehab, and he'll be back probably in maybe 3 months, 4 months probably. But he hasn't had that surgery. Knowing it's a torn rotator, if it's a torn rotator cuff, my mom had that surgery. That's the only way that heals.
Yeah,
that's the only way that heals.
And right now it's just a rumor, so there's no confirmation that he's going for surgery. So it's just a rumor that he might have to do surgery. So I mean, character-wise, we don't like him. Guy's gone, but personally, we hope it's not surgery. But if he needs it, take care of it. Because the man is getting older and he keeps getting these injuries. It's like the man has put the company on his back multiple times. Him and Roman carried the pandemic. Whenever they need someone else to carry Raw, it's always been Seth Rollins. So when the World Heavyweight Championship came back again, Rollins was the first guy to have it. So he's always been that guy. So speedy recovery to that. But I'm glad Mimi's here because actually I wanted to get her thoughts on this other feud that's been going on that she's been highly entertained at, and that is Eos Creek, as I like to call it. Another episode of
Eos what?
Yep.
It's the playoff Dawson.
Kind of like Dawson's Creek. It's playoff of Dawson's Creek, but I call it Eos Creek because it's just the storyline is just
or like Shit's Creek.
Like I love you. I love you. Like I must do this on my own. Because like those two are they're made for each other. But your thoughts on this whole Rhea situation with Io, and then poor Kyrie still in the middle of this, and pretty much Master Shredder, known as Asuka. I mean, she looked like a little gangster with the jacket and like the pants and the little shoes. It's like she's like a little monster over there. So I know you've been going through the motions with the whole Rhea thing. So what are your thoughts on this?
Well, I called it a couple weeks ago when I did like reflection on that. Asuka is in her like HBIC era.
Yep.
And I need to again shout out to you, Faith. The room when you were telling about like how Asuka's been like storytelling like online, like through her. I know I've seen her Twitter. Like I've seen that, but I haven't seen her YouTube.
Yeah.
So I'm intrigued and I want to like watch and see like, okay, like what's the full like backstory, like her side of the story. You know what I'm saying? Because we see her hitting
Mhm.
Kyrie and yelling and all that stuff. I want to know her side, like what, as to why she's doing all this. Um, I feel like it's a matter of time before Kyrie just gets fed up with Asuka. And she then goes and follows behind Io, which then with Io, there's Rhea. Um, I don't know. Like I actually kind of had like a little think, like a little, I was like, what if like in time for like war games, they like were on a team together. Like Kyrie like said, okay, forget Asuka, went over to Rio's side, and then they were on a team for war games.
Mhm.
However,
Hmm.
thruples are kind of hard to make work.
Yeah.
I say that in like a cheeky way, but like seriously, I don't know. A third, mm, I don't know. I also kind of feel like now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like if Kyrie does leave, like turn on Asuka because she's fed up, and then joins Rio, I kind of
Mhm.
feel like that may
Mhm.
be somewhere down the line, it'll be Io and Asuka, and then Rio will be back like on her own again.
Hmm.
Like it won't be for long,
Mhm.
you know? But I don't think I don't know. I don't think it'll be in a bad way. I don't think it'll be any bad blood between them. Ha, bad blood. I don't think there'll be any bad blood. But yeah, that's just my
I
thoughts
kind of
on it so
got.
far.
I kind of got. I do agree that eventually Kyrie's gonna get tired of Oscar and probably turn on Oscar. But I got Kyrie going solo. Like she doesn't want to be part of this drama at all. And Kyrie never really had a solo run on the main roster. It's always been with Oscar the entire time. So to add another woman in that main roster, at least for the women's intercontinental championship, I mean, think of the battles her and whoever beats Rebecca for that championship. Imagine the wars Kyrie can have with that said woman. So I can see Kyrie winning the Intercontinental Championship at some point. She needs her own run. She needs her own star to shine because she's been since she left NXT. That woman's like a, if I'm not mistaken, is she like a? I know she's a former NXT champ, but did she win it twice?
Yeah, I think she won it twice.
Because she had
Yeah,
that war with Shayna Baszler.
yeah. Let me see.
I, I think
Kyrie.
she, if she's not, she's definitely a former champion. So she has not had that success when she went to the main roster because she was automatically with Asuka. And then she kept
Mhm.
getting hurt. Then she left, came back, and she's back with Asuka. So it's always been Asuka. So she needs to go on her
Mhm.
own. So I can see her being another person that steps up to the master and shows her that I can do it too. So
Yeah.
I'm loving
That-
I'm loving that story.
That's a good point because actually, I remember, I forgot what Raw that was. It was a few weeks ago, but I remember Kyrie was on fire. Like when she was on fire. When she like, yeah, she was like flying out the ring and flying and do all, yeah, she was on fire. And I was like, so much so till I think I even posted a tweet. I was like, my flowers go to her. It was like her night. Like I don't know what it was, but she was on it. And then I noticed also too with their tag match at Crown Jewel, like it was more focused on like Kyrie and Io.
Hmm.
It didn't I like Oscar didn't really do all like she didn't do the mist. Oscar didn't do as much as I thought she would.
Hmm.
It was like I think we're all talking about the same kind of like mentioning that in the room as well. Like it was almost like they were kind of like it was like they were kind of like setting the stage and kind of giving them just their time. I guess like a test,
Mm-hmm.
like to see, okay, like how, you know what I'm saying? Like kind of test it out type
Exactly.
thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Sorry, Kyrie one reign as NXT Women's Champion.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. I wasn't sure she had two, but yeah, I know for a fact she definitely had one. But yeah, that was I'm looking for. That's like one of the other feuds I'm looking forward to. I'm enjoying on Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw has been cooking as far as these feuds with the whole Bailey and Lyra feud that's going, then
yes.
the whole Judgment Day that's going with Dominic.
Put his foot
Eventually
in his
I'm
mouth.
waiting for yeah, which is ultimately gonna land him getting kicked out or jumped by fan because now they got to defend the titles that they haven't defended since the summer. Which that's another complaint for another day. Judgment Day has
Wait.
not defended their tag team title since the summertime.
What did Lena say? I see a comment, something.
I have
I have
a
a
feeling
feeling
About
Rhea.
Rhea.
And
Oh,
EO. She said
Right.
there might have a feeling Rhea and EO might become tag team champs, and once they lose, Rhea might turn. Why is everyone thinking that Rhea gonna turn on EO?
Because she needs to, because she hasn't ever beat EO one-on-one. And that's still gonna linger in her
Said
head
needs to
because
prove she
somebody's
can
gonna
beat
mention it.
EO to close it. Yeah, just might. Yeah, I mean,
someone brought up the idea that Io might turn on Rhea.
that was like an idea before before Crown Jewel, and that was when I was like, if
Yeah,
that happens, I'm crashing out, and I
that
I
was
still
you.
hold
Okay.
that. That was no, because it was on the Mimi Morning show, and I was going through like my tweets, like the bookmarks, because I bookmarked AM newsworthy stuff, and someone said that, and I was like, okay, where's my camera? If she turns, I will crash out, and I still remain that way. If she turns, I will crash out.
Boy, that would be something though.
Yeah,
That
but I
would be
mean, oh
something.
my gosh, if Rhea were to turn on EO, oh my god.
I mean,
So like
what's
I
left
told you.
for Rhea to do?
Oh my god,
What's
I
left
would
for Rhea to
just
do? Rhea needs to go to SmackDown.
oh.
It's time. When this whole storyline is over, Rhea needs to go to SmackDown. She needs to dominate over there. So I can't wait till Guilty Bianca comes back because they got to run that too. We haven't really seen an EO, not an EO, Rhea and Bianca. We haven't seen that. So
Yes, give us that, please, yes.
they definitely got to run that. So yeah, that pretty much the main points of Monday Night Raw. So before we close out, we always have to do the segment with news, rumors, and injuries and stuff like that. So I started with Samoa Joe tweeted out. Well, not tweeted out. He did an interview and he said once his AEW contract is up, is more likely he's set to retire. And he's not going to tell no one when he's going to retire. He said he's going to do it as a surprise to go out on his own, however he wants to do that. So that's another legend that's basically on a retirement tour, an unofficial retirement tour. So, John, your thoughts on a 20+ year career of one Joe Sanoa, aka Samoa Joe, aka Sweet Tooth. If you've seen Twisted Metal, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, a legend that doesn't get talked about much, and a man that could have did a whole lot in WWE if he was actually given the keys.
That's that's gonna be the sad part of that because when Joe came to WWE, I'm going based off everything I saw with him in TNA. I thought this was gonna be a match made in heaven. Give me the Samoan submission machine. Even the guy who started the Nation of Violence. Give me that guy all in on the biggest stage, and we never got it. I mean, we got him at WrestleMania, pretty much squashing Rey Mysterio for the United States title, which he didn't deserve, and then technically Rey didn't deserve that either. I mean, Booker T sat down to do commentary, and he was like, "Man, this is it? Like, I just got here." I mean, so I look at it as like it's he had a good run professionally. Obviously, he wasn't the best run in WWE. He had a good run in NXT, but obviously, we'll always know him for his days in TNA. His AEW's been all right, but the first thing will always come to my mind, Samoa Joe, will be the early days of TNA, especially when he was an X Division champ and then became the TNA World Champ. Those will be the days I remember Samoa Joe, if this is going to truly be his swan song as well.
Yep. Faith, your thoughts on your fellow Usman?
Malo, he's done well. He's done well. As they say, Malo Lava. Job well done. He's entertained for a long time. He's wrestled for a long time. His time on the indies is crazy. If you go back and look at some of his matches on YouTube, Samoa Joe has done a lot. It's kind of hitting me in my feels to see him go. Because, you know, when Bronson said that line about "I'm the Samoan your dad and your uncle should have warned you about," I immediately thought about Samoa Joe. And the reason I thought about him is because when him and Roman were feuding, remember when they were going to do that whole tribal court thing on Raw? Samoa Joe kind of said something to that extent, especially when Roman was like, "Hey, y'all, I apologize. You know, I've never seen a Samoan be a coward," or whatever he said. It's Samoa Joe. If you go back and watch that moment, he was like, "Hey, man, fuck you." I immediately thought about Samoa Joe, and I'm like, "Oh, he should have said that to Roman. That would have been dope."
Yeah.
So again, Malo Lava to Samoa Joe. I will definitely be seeing his last match. I'm probably gonna cry like a little baby and just sit there and chant Joe, Joe, Joe,
Joe, Joe, Joe.
But Hall of Famer, no matter what promotion he's in, he needs to be in somebody's Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that's one of the TNAs for sure.
Yeah,
yeah, he's on the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Cause I'm getting a little.
Aww, when it comes to the Usos, it's always a soft spot for a good old Faith. Mimi, you have any thoughts on Samoa Joe? Have you ever seen or any of his matches or anything of his career?
I haven't.
I
know.
Stuff, Mimi.
I need to.
You gotta hook her up. You gotta hook her up.
I know. I need to like go on the YouTubes, the tubes of you.
Because that dude is a savage, and he's more of a savage on the microphone.
Oh God!
Like when he told Jeff Hardy, "Hey, why don't you pretend this is the AA meeting and shut your mouth while everybody else has to turn to speak?" I was like, "Damn."
Well, what didn't Jeff Hardy just come back when he said that?
Yeah, because he had a history of a wellness problem, and he just came out of rehab and all that stuff. And for him to bring that up, and even Randy had cracked a smirk, like, "Damn." Samoa Joe's a savage. Like he's the only one. He's the only one that put Brock in his place because Brock wasn't paying attention. He's that, "Hey, you look at me when I'm talking, or we can handle this right now." I was like, "Ooh, what his ass, Joe?"
Yes. Oh, I thought Samoa Joe was gonna beat the brakes off of Brock. Oh,
he should have. I'm with TJ. He should have beaten Brock Lesnar.
He should have.
So who's? Sorry, go ahead, finish. I'll ask later.
No, who's what? Go ahead.
Oh, who's going to be his last match? Do we know yet?
No, because he said that he's not going to tell anyone. He said it's just going to be a surprise. Like one day you're just going to wake up and you're not going to see him.
I think that's the type of dude he is. He's gonna do the Tim Duncan.
Yeah.
He gonna go off on an island. Contract gonna be up. He gonna go off on the island somewhere, and he gonna be like, you know what? I'm gone. I'm checked out.
Yeah.
See y'all when
He's not gonna tell nobody. He's just gonna when you don't see him,
It'll be
he's
a
done.
tweet.
Deuces.
Probably not even that. Probably not even that. He just because he doesn't like that swan song type of stuff. He's like, I'm just gonna leave.
I know he don't like it, but I hope we get to see it.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, Trail, you didn't brought some memories back right there with them promos, yo.
The dude was a savage,
dog.
man.
Yeah, he was. Jesus, he didn't remember Wendy. Remember that? Wendy.
That was
Wendy. Your dad might not come home, but don't worry, I'll be your daddy.
Mimi, if you don't know what we're talking about, so AJ Styles and Samoa Joe had a feud, and Samoa Joe showed up at their house, and when Wendy, my favorite part, AJ Styles' wife and daughter was in the crowd for a match, and Samoa Joe picked up that mic and was like, "Yeah, Daddy ain't coming home tonight." Well, not that Daddy. I was like,
I'll be your new daddy.
I was
Joe's dog.
like, don't do this, Joe.
Backstory. They are real life friends, so that's why that storyline was so good.
Yeah,
I always say when you're best friends or your family, storylines work even better because you can blur that line of realism.
Yeah.
Like just look up Samoa Joe's Savage Hits, and you'll find out all you need to know about Samoa Joe.
Mimi, we're gonna have to have a watch party, a Samoa Joe watch party.
We should.
Good.
We
should. We really should.
We should. We can do it live. We can record it, or we can just have like a little meeting on StreamYard and just
for real,
like
introduce Mimi to Samoa Joe.
Oh boy, yeah.
And then I'll be sad. And then I'll be sad that he'll be leaving.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well.
Yep.
You got plenty of memories because that dude was one of a kind. That dude was one of a kind.
Yep. So moving on, we just talked about Seth Rollins earlier. He was scheduled for some shows and the Super Show in Japan. So he got pulled from that. And the man that is replacing Samoa Joe as the headliner of these live events is one Dominic Mysterio.
Dirty dumb.
I think
so he's gonna be
Samoa Joe. Mimi.
Wait, yeah, you said you meant Seth, right? So
Seth. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Seth has been pulled for all the shows, the live events, and Dominic Mysterio has been replacing him as the headliner of these live events, including Japan. So it's gonna be him and CM Punk on a tour together in these main events, which is cool because no one's talking about it, but Dominic Mysterio is quietly having a good year of himself. I mean, from winning the IC title at WrestleMania to winning the AAA in Vegas, which is weird. It's crazy, John, and Faith and Mimi, both those titles he's won in Vegas.
Yeah. Home crowd. Home where he currently resides.
Mm-hmm.
Where he currently resides.
So he's having the run of his life right now. So maybe this would lead him to maybe having a championship match in the future. I don't see him winning because you got Seth, you got Roman, you got Braun, you got Bronson. If this man can get through all those people, if he can get through all those people and become world heavyweight champion, dude, that dude's goated.
If he could lie, cheat, and steal his way through.
I was just about to say, like his daddy.
That kid would be goated before he turns 30. Does all that?
That's insane.
Goated.
It's the same.
But yeah, so shout out to, I know Nessa would appreciate that. She's probably sleeping, but shout out to Dominic Mysterio because,
Mhm.
like I said, no one's talking about it, but the man is having a year of a run right now.
Yeah,
Um,
he really has been doing his
mhm.
thing, and he's been looking better in the ring too.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Yes,
and he's bringing
yes.
that
From
Eddie Guerrero essence to the ring.
yeah, from looking like a Power Ranger to just being a Guerrero. He
Trail,
looked like a Power Ranger. Go
trail.
back,
Nope,
go back.
I can see it in
He
my
looked
head.
like
Trail.
he looked like that Blue Ranger that was in that Power Ranger
Ah,
movie.
he did. He did.
He looked like
When he
Justin.
was
He looked like Justin.
Early 2020, 2021 when he
Go
first
go back to the
when he,
Thunderdome.
when he was he made his debut.
He
Pretty
had the
much.
SpongeBob haircut,
oh yeah, I think I remember. Yeah, I've
clean,
seen. I saw clips. Yeah,
The sponge.
clean, clean shaven, no tattoos. Dude was spotless. And I
yeah.
said this
He was a
before
baby.
when he wrestled.
He was.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was
exactly.
definitely he was super young. Probably barely
And I
fresh out of
said
high
this
school.
before. And I said this before when he tried to wrestle like his dad, he was ass. When he wrestles like Eddie Guerrero, magic.
Mm, mm, mm. Roman threw that boy like a sack of potatoes. Y'all remember that?
Yeah, he threw him out the club. Literally.
Roman
He lit-
threw that
he
child like he wasn't nothing.
no. This is what where's that? This is what Roman did to Dominic.
And then you had Ray that following week.
Threw him
You
against
get
the cage
to
like a
play.
bag of potatoes.
I don't know when Ray got in that cage.
Living.
I don't know why Ray got in that cage.
Hey,
Yep, and what
that
what happened to Ray when he got in that cage? He cooked.
I'm sorry.
But the dude,
I do gotta confess something about that match.
What?
I laughed. Okay. I first apologize to any Rey Mysterio fans, but I laughed my black ass off. When Roman, after Jimmy came in the ring and lifted Roman's head, and Roman pushed him back, even Paul knew it was coming. Paul was like, "Oh no!" And he went over there and put little Ray. He put little Ray in that guillotine. And y'all remember how Ray was climbing up the rope and he was crying.
his legs are dangling like a child.
And Roman put that man in the guillotine. He put that man in the guillotine. His legs was dangling. Oh shit. Oh. I'm sorry. Oh.
That was funny. I forgot about that moment.
Choked
You
that
ain't
boy
right,
out
Faith.
like he wasn't nothing. And then said,
You ain't.
"Happy Father's Day." He told him, "Man, Happy Father's Day." Okay.
Thank you, man. That's me. You do right.
You foul, bro.
Even
Imagine seeing your dad.
was
Imagine
chocolate.
seeing your dad get beat up like that, man.
Oh. More power to Ray, though. Little Ray. More power to Ray. You got your ass beat, but more power to you, bro.
That Roman Reigns was the most
Minutes.
diabolical supervillain I've ever seen in WWE.
Was that the infamous gold glove, Roman?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Faith, that's another task. That's another homework for you. Google pandemic Roman Reigns.
Yeah, huh? Yeah.
Mimi, girl.
He was a fiend.
Don't be alone when you
You
look
would
it up.
actually
Saying,
you would actually hate Roman Reigns
Okay.
for a minute.
no, she would.
You would hate. No, she would at first. Yes,
Uh,
she would.
no, ain't no way she could. Mm-mm.
Not like I hate him, but as far as like you into a good story or a movie, like oh I hate this character, but he's so good.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, she would hate him,
Yeah.
but secretly she would like Mago,
Mm.
Mago. Hmm. I
The
see
the
why they
origin of
acknowledge.
the tribe was yeah.
I would justify the actions.
Yep,
There you go.
See what had
I'm
happened
telling you,
was
the first year of his
man.
run,
I was
storyline on top of storyline on top of storyline. The man's acting chops was top tier, Oscar worthy.
top tier. He beat the shit out of Cesaro and Daniel Bryan.
Yeah,
Yep.
Why would he
he
play
he
games with me?
he emasculated Drew McIntyre in one promo. Emasculated that man on live
yeah.
television. Trust me, you got a lot of
You my
smart
favorite
heritage as far
number.
as
You my favorite number 2.
That's a shame.
McIntyre did not recover from that either. Um, but yeah, so if you
Still
guys
recovering.
notice, he's still recovering, and now he passed it on to Cody. So I think he understood what he meant. But if you guys are not loving the theme music of these stars, have no fear because Death Rebel's contract is coming to an end. Because there's reports that Death Rebel's on their final stage of their contract, and the rumors are WWE is looking to go towards outside artists for theme music again, which I think that would be cool because there's a lot of people who deserve to have better music. And the reason behind this is not the fans, the locker room has voiced their frustrations over their music, and it looks like WWE is finally listening to the locker room, hearing their complaints and stuff like that. So, Mimi, your thoughts on that? And is there anyone on the roster that you would love to see have better music?
I don't know. Like like what is the issue? What are the issues with the music?
It's more like generic. Some of the talent it doesn't fit them like at all. Like if you go to the old NXT when it was done by CFO, they put on banger music. Like Aleister Black, he has old CFO music, and it just sounds like I said, it just sounds generic. Like they don't really put any effort into the the person's character because usually when you hear the music, he's like, "Oh, this character's coming out." Like it goes well,
Yeah.
and some of it just doesn't. Like Drew McIntyre's, he can have a better one. Sheamus's music is trash. Um, yeah, it's pretty much his. I think it's a good move because a lot of people do not like Death Rebel, and looks like they're gonna go through another stage when their contract is up. So hopefully it's up soon. So that'll be something to look out for. Okay, you start seeing different music because trust me, the entrance is everything. And if it's crap, 9 times out of 10, the people are not gonna really care about the character if the music is crap. Like look at Rhea
So,
Ripley. When her music
right,
hits, everybody pops.
right.
So, and that's because she
Okay.
doesn't have Death Rebel. She actually has a band.
Right. That's what I was about to ask because I'm like, is Def Rebel like a cover band? Like, what are they? Is it a Are they producers? Like, how? And then
Yeah, they
how do
just people
some?
that creates. Yeah, they create music like like in the studio, stuff like that. Only
Producers.
like
Okay.
top, yeah, only like top people have like bands. Like Randy Orton has a band, Cody Rhodes has a band, Rhea has a band. I think Roman had an orchestra. So it's like not everybody had a chance to give their ideas of what they want their music to be. They're just given to them without any say in it. So
Hasn't Rhea always had her song, but just different versions of it? Because she had
yeah, she's
that
been one of the
song, but
lucky
it was
ones
a
that actually had a band. Yeah, she's one of the lucky
yeah,
ones.
she's always had that because at first it was like I think it was a female cover.
Yes.
Hmm.
Her NXT
And
one
It
then
was.
was when she was in NXT. She had the female. It was a female cover, the
yeah.
original.
Hmm.
And she was
Yeah, she's
because she
been
even
one of the
talked
lucky
about how
ones.
she talked about how she like was telling them like about the stomp and how she kind of had to like record like on her phone how she like wanted it to sound like the timing and stuff. So
Hmm.
yeah, so I'm like, okay, so I thought that that process was kind of like all of them, all the superstars kind of had that process. That's not the case.
No, it just
Nah.
when they. I think like when they push you, sometimes you might have leeway. It depends on the character because I don't think Rhea's character they
Uh-huh.
can create just anything for her. I think they had to use a band. So
Okay.
Randy Orton had a band, so it
Mm-hmm.
certain characters call for it, but they actually have the input. Not everybody else has the input. Like Alexa Bliss doesn't have input. She wanted an actual band to play her at WrestleMania, didn't get it. So um Street Profits when they was in NXT, they actually had a guy sing their intro. I forgot his name because he did music for them in NXT.
Josiah.
Um, yeah, there you go. And shout out
So
to him.
then,
He was one of the guests on Humber Roses months ago.
Josiah Williams. Shout out.
so then,
Mhm.
why do some people get like Alexa Bliss? Isn't she a big name? How come she didn't get a band?
There's big names and then there's top stars. And it's pretty much who the company sees as like their top star, you know?
Oh yeah, because they gotta shell out the money.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
They
Mm-hmm.
want
To
that.
pay for this.
They're looking for the ROI of it all. They're looking for the return on investment. Okay.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Hmm. And now it looks like everyone's gonna start having a little input into their music moving forward. So that's gonna be pretty good.
Well, that's good
Um,
then. Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely good. John, you
Yeah.
got any thoughts about that before I get to the injuries? I mean, not the injuries, the releases.
Uh, if this is it, health, hell, well met. Give good music. Go find good music. I know everyone wishes that Jim Johnston would come back, but
That man is old.
look, man, you can't keep recycling the past. Just go find someone who's good and talented and that's willing to work with the talent.
Which is Rich Hall. I mean, not Rich Holland. Using bands. Sometimes you can go out there and get a band that wants to, link up and collab with WWE. There's a lot of fans out there that are in the music industry that want to collab. So hell, get call Marty. Marty would be a good addition to WWE as far as music and stuff. That man is talented, and his awards back it up. Um, but yeah, so moving on to the releases. One of them is too bad Faith's not here to talk about it, but one of the releases was a little bit of a shocker, and that was Lance Anoa'i, part of the Bloodline family. He officially announced that he was leaving WWE. He did not renew his contract, which comes literally a year after he signed with WWE. He was sent to NXT, and apparently he's been cleared injured free this whole time, but they didn't have nothing for him. Uh, John, your thoughts on? I mean, the term "drop the ball" has been thrown around lately, but did they drop the ball on Lance?
I can't say because I've never seen him perform. I know he's dope. I know everyone who talks about said he's good in the ring. But when you come into a company injured, it's not to me, it doesn't help.
Mm.
Now, if he was just a free agent coming off the indies, like, and was healthy, I think we would have saw him immediately just based off his last name and what he's done in the past. But when you come in injured, you basically gonna walk off health. It's rare to get you in healthy. So if he felt he was healthy but he couldn't contribute to WWE, he had every right to leave. But they probably felt that maybe they didn't get, and they don't feel like they was getting what they invested in. I don't
That
know.
is true. Yeah, because I thought for sure he's gonna get called up to the main roster sooner rather than later, but I guess not. But there's a whole lot more I wanted to go into, but it's getting even later and later. We're running out of time, so we're gonna one of the releases I'm gonna say for this is what we're doing because I know John, you want to get into this is what we're doing, so let's do that. And I think this is the first time Mimi's actually seen this segment. So this is where we call out people in the wrestling community or the IWC on something we see that doesn't make any sense. And you're like, yo, is this what we really doing? Like, is this how we acting? And like, yeah, you're not the first person that's laughed at that. Every person that came out here and loved that photo. So shout out to John, shout out to Nick for making that photo. But John, I have you start off, and maybe Mimi that'll give you an idea how we do it. So, John, is there anyone you would like to call out?
Yes, sir. It's the IWC, and the
Not
usage
again.
of the yes, and it's the usage of the word fumble. As we know, we were just talking about the releases, and there was other releases we went into, but we'll spare you. But I want to focus on Wesley. We got to stop using this word fumble every time someone has not been used on television and God knows when. But we clearly never talk about them when they're not being used. But once they get released, it was the biggest fumble ever. Like this tweet from Pro Wrestling Fan at United Wrestle. Wesley was genuinely a generational fumble on WWE's part. He was cooking as North American champ. Then that heel turn killed it all. When you say generational, I don't see that. This is no disrespect to Wesley. He's not generational. He's a really good wrestler. Generational is guys like Roman Reigns. Generational is guys like Brock Lesnar. Generational is guys like Randy Orton. That is generational. Wesley is not generational. He's a very good wrestler. He was a great North American champion in NXT. He was a good tag team champion with MSK. But to say he was a generational fumble, that is flat out wrong. So we got to stop using this word fumble every time someone gets released, and we haven't said nothing about him in 3 months. Like, honestly, before Wesley got released, I hadn't even thought about him until the other day when I was watching Evolve, and I saw that the High Rise was taking on Mathers and Burke and Aaron Rourke in a tag match, and I was like, God, where the heck have they been? And not once had I thought about Wesley until I saw him on my TV last week, and now he's released. I think he's gonna end up back in TNA, reunites with the Rascals, makes peace with Zachary Wentz and Trey McGill for how things conspire during the partnership with TNA. And but stop saying this was a generational fumble. Y'all just said Karrion Kross was a generational fumble. You can't come out here and just say everyone's a generational fumble. Circumstances. But when you look at certain talents, if they're generational, they're not going to fumble it.
Yeah, that's true. Mimi, is there anyone you would like to call out and ask, is this what we doing, or something you didn't like from the IWC, from WWE, or anything?
I I do have one thing. I think kind of going back to the whole generational fumble thing, I think the real issue is with the word generational instead of fumble.
Okay.
Because you could say, like, if they had just said, use a different word or just taken out generational and said, okay, that was a fumble,
Mhm.
would you have felt the same way?
Yes, because I get tired of everyone saying that they fumbled. Look, everyone, like, we can say that they've really dropped the ball on a lot of dudes, a lot of men and women creatively. But when I looked at all these releases and they were all pretty much NXT or Evolve, they said the rumor is they didn't feel like they had the potential to go to the next level. They pretty much reached their ceiling. There weren't going to be people that we probably see make the main roster maybe in years to come. So when I hear the fumble part, to me, what bothered me was we do this every time people get released, but we don't say their name loud enough when they're not getting used. Not saying everyone does that in IWC, but it's crazy how we see more of this every time these releases happen, and we act like it's just the worst thing. We don't want to see no one lose jobs, but we never speak up when it's time. When it's time, but when these releases come out of nowhere on Twitter, like we had months ago when Dakota Kai and Shayna Baszler were released. I mean, I heard people pushing for Dakota Kai. I heard people pushing for Shayna Baszler. I didn't hear nobody pushing for Wesley like that. I didn't hear nobody pushing for Stevie Turner like that. And Stevie Turner was the prime minister on Evolve. I didn't hear none of that. Go ahead, Trey. Go ahead, T.
And to piggyback on that, there's a reason why NXT is what? A developmental brand. People who are, learning their chops, learning how to act, learning how to do this, learning the ways of the land, pretty much character development. Outside before Wesley got hurt, he was at a position where Javon Evans is at right now.
Yes.
He was at the height. He had all this heat. He was that person that, okay, I can see him going for the NXT World Championship. And then when he got hurt, we had to take time off because of his back injury. Yeah, it derailed everything because when he came back, he couldn't develop that heel persona that he had. So when people say he fumbled, say, what did they actually fumble? He was a developmental talent who didn't make it to the main roster yet. He was still learning. And when I hear release, I think of people getting fired. He didn't get fired. Either his contract was never renewed or he declined to renew his contract. To me, that's not being released. That's just your contract's out. We're not re-signing you. You're free to go. When I hear release, I think of, we're letting you go. They just not renewing it. So when you're developmental, there's a lot of people that come and go. It's like a revolving door. There's people that come and go all the time. And then the way I see it in NXT, you have a time frame. If you're not fully developed within that time frame, they're not going to renew your contract. That's how it is, because the whole purpose is to develop. It's like kindergarten. If you don't fully develop into first grade, they're going to keep you in kindergarten until you do. And with a company like this, we got people coming in from Evolve that's ready to move up to NXT. So it's like, we don't need you because we got these other people coming in. Kylie Armstrong, shout out to her. I think she's on her way to the NXT because she lost her championship today.
Congratulations,
so she's on her way to NXT to tear it up, and then one day get put on the main roster. So it's a revolving door. So people like John said, they throw that word fumble, but when it comes to NXT, it's a developmental. Either you develop and they find something for you, or you still struggle and they just don't need you. That's just how it is. For me, I'm actually gonna call out WWE because they had Crown Jewel, right?
Yep.
They had, when WWE has their events, they have the program card of all the stars that's on the roster who's going to be on the show, right? Tell me why these two were on the program card.
There's no way. There's no way.
That's the Crown Jewel program card.
Oh no.
Are we sure?
Mm-hmm. Because it was people were talking about it online. That's where I got it from. Like that was the Crown Jewel program card, and Karen Cross and Scarlett are in that program book. And those are the ones that you get when you go to the events and you buy them or whatever. Why they're still there if they're gone? Did someone not get the memo on that?
No, but for real, like, is that really? Did they? I need another. Like, was there a cover that it said 2025 Crown Jewel? Like,
Yeah, I didn't copy it, but the cover it was Crown Jewel for this year.
That's insane.
well,
And I saw it before Crown Jewel.
you saw that photo before Crown Jewel, or you saw?
Mm-hmm. I saw that post on Twitter of that program on Twitter before Saturday. I think I saw it Friday, and people were making fun of it. Like, wow, like someone didn't change that. Someone didn't get the memo.
Yeah. Oof.
That's but someone got a pink
That's
slip.
a fumble.
Someone
That's a
definitely
major fumble.
Someone definitely got a pink
That's
slip. There's ain't no
that's
way in
a
hell you
major
make.
fumble.
There's
That's
no
a
way in hell
fumble.
there's no way you make that big of a blunder.
Yeah,
Somebody was sleeping at the wheel. Somebody
I
was
saw
sleeping.
that. I saw that. And I was like, "Ooh, I can't wait to talk about that on Wednesday." Because how can you? And I can see it was just like one little graphic or something. No, it was
It looks like a spread.
yeah. Oh, wrong one.
Oh, you gotta put
There we
it.
go.
That's a
Yeah. Look at this.
spread.
Look at this. Both of them on one page.
Okay, yeah, that's.
Yeah,
Ouch.
that's
Oh,
that was funny. I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
But yeah, before we close out, we got one more segment, and this is the one that's the opposite of that of the stupidity. We like to give honor and thanks to people in the IWC, wrestlers, or anyone in CTN, if anything. So we like to call, we acknowledge. And I'm going to go first because I would like to acknowledge, we talked about them earlier, and that is the Dudley Boys. 20 plus, even more year career, the Attitude Era. You can't mention the Attitude Era without mentioning the Dudleys because they were a major part of my childhood with the wars that they had with Edge and Christian and the Hardy Boys. That was legendary, and they had their final match at TNA's Bound for Glory against the Hardy Boys in a tables match. So I just want to give a little acknowledgement to the Dudleys because those guys were the epitome of tag team wrestling, and a lot of people got them in their top 5 as greatest tag teams of all time. I mean, they won gold in WWE, they won gold in TNA, they won gold in New Japan. I think they won the WCW tag team titles as well.
yes.
So they're like, what, 20 something time tag team champions or something like that.
Yeah,
These
25.
guys, 25 time tag team champions overall. These guys are legends. So shout out to Bubba, shout out to Devon, pioneers in their own time. And yeah, that's who I got for acknowledgement. John, who you got?
We'll go over to AEW. I want to acknowledge a couple. We haven't seen them in a while. They've been working on family, and they've been working on bit, and they've been doing a joint venture, and that's Ruby Soho and Cool Hand Angela Parker. We all know how the storyline played out with the Outcasts and and obviously Cool Hand Ange and Daddy Magic, and obviously Cool Hand was falling for Ruby Soho, and Soraya wasn't having it, and her and Daddy Magic wasn't having it, but eventually it worked, and come to find out that was art imitating life because they were dating in real life, and she comes out on one of the final rampages to announce that she's pregnant, takes some maternity leave, and obviously they get married while they're away. Well, they're also made a big business venture in the city that in their current residence of, I think it's Cowisha, Indiana, outside of Ruby Soho's hometown of Lafayette, Indiana. They're opening a wrestling themed gaming cafe called Victory Roll, and it opens tomorrow. There it's a coffee house, so you go there, you get you some coffee, and they have a section of board games that are pretty much wrestling inspired, and you win. If you look under that picture under Cool Hand Ange, they have a belt which they call the Meeples belt. So if you win the contest, you win the game or something, you get a picture with that belt. So I want to just acknowledge them for finding a new chapter in their life as they wait on their return.
Cool. Mimi?
I guess it's really time to go, isn't it? Well,
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know what
shit.
happened. What happened?
My
No,
bad.
so basically, it's all good. So basically, it was ending like this, but it's good that they found their path. They found their, they're doing something big. And obviously, if you're in Indiana, go check them out. It's big stuff. I saw the interview they did with the news, and it's real dope. Good for them.
Yep. Mimi, is there anyone you want to show some love, get some flowers to?
Yeah, there's a couple that come top of mind. One I will put over the other one is I'm just kind of like, it's just random. Javon Evans.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He's been doing his thing. And I look forward to like continuing to watch him and grow. And then also, I will have to say, just a really good match, crown jewel match, John Cena and AJ Styles.
Banger.
It's kind of like y'all's were like more like heartfelt or like more like you guys dug and looked.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like, those are just random ones. Of course, I could say Rhea, but I've been doing that all month and all the time. So I'm like, switch it up a little bit, you know?
We won't stop you.
Hey, we ain't mad at you for showing Rhea Ripley love. That's mommy. I always show mommy some
Yeah.
love. No
Shout
Rhea Ripley
out to
slander or hate over here.
shout out to Australia. That crowd was lit. They're always lit.
Oh yeah, they was up. And some of them jokes.
They
Some
knew
of them
the
jokes
assignment.
was great. And then some of them chants was wild. The Oscar
yeah.
one,
Yeah.
Oscar one was diabolical.
Hey, they said what they said.
That's
They
insane.
said.
Jackie
they
Rabbit
said what
tried
they
to Jackie Rabbit tried to throw water on the fire. I was like, nah, you ain't putting that fire out, Jackie. I love you.
Yeah.
Let them be Aussies. Just let them be.
Aussie. But that's pretty much it for the show. It was a jam-packed show because we had a lot to cover. So shout out to WrestleFaith who pulled up. Shout out to Mimi who pulled up as well. I mean, we love having you. This is we don't get you here often, so it was actually a treat for everyone to get the CCN's favorite techie on the show to speak some wrestling, because I know you're getting back into it. I know it's an exciting time for you, and you picked a good time to once again be a wrestling fan because there's a lot of stuff going on. And also, again, YouTube, Samoa Joe's greatest hits, pandemic Roman Reigns, thank us later
I'm
because you're gonna enjoy it. And
I'm
to everyone
literally gonna
else,
put that on right now.
and to
Yeah, I
everybody
enjoy it.
else, if you enjoyed the show, please click that, scan that barcode, subscribe to Sports U Wrestling, subscribe to CCN, subscribe to Mimi, Main Event Mamas, Marks of Mike's, Pop Society and Pop Culture 101, Humble Roses podcast, all of CCN, because you get nothing but great content Monday through Friday. Every time you wake up in the day, you're always gonna see CCN on your TVs, computers, laptops, cell phones, what have you.
Pretty much.
So scan that barcode, subscribe to the brand, and we're gonna get up out of here. I'll be back tomorrow for the Best in the World podcast with Dale and Jeremy. John will be back Friday for Sports for You with Nick and Mark. And also every morning, catch the Mimi's morning show at what time, Mimi?
The Mimi Morning Show is every Wednesday between 10 and 11, like start time. Usually it's a little bit after 10. Today was like 10:15. Sometimes I'll do it 10:30. It just kind of depends. And then Tasty Talks episodes drop every Tuesday. And I actually booked another guest coming up. I'm going to be interviewing them next week, and they are wrestling related.
Oh,
So
can't
this is
wait.
going to be
Ooh.
more of a wrestling episode. The last have been kind of tech geared. Like I've had tech guests and stuff. We've talked about wrestling,
Mhm.
but this is like actually like someone in the world of wrestling. So that'll be exciting.
I mean, check out Mimi handling her thing. Subscribe to Mimi on Twitter because her episodes may be once a week, but trust me, she is active on there, and sometimes she be posting some hilarious stuff at times. Also, some educational stuff at times. She will make you aware of current events, whether it's tech, wrestling, whatever she's got going. Trust me, she's worth the follow. She's a very talented human being and a great person at heart too. So shout out to Mimi.
Yes.
So we're gonna get up out of here. Y'all have the safe rest of your week. Enjoy the weekend, and we will see you back Monday for some Tribal Warzone with the Fab Fours. So we are out.